I am sick and tired of people trying to get rid of my boy anyway. Are we on now? Can you hear me? Production says we're okay. And Sonny says, can someone call him? I'm in Canada. Oh, make this. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, somebody says okay there. Yeah, we're on? We're on. We back, yes! Niners! Just a little tick here, a little tap there, and suddenly you're back. Fam, let's get right into it. We've already lost enough time here. Sam Darnold. Yes, indeed. It appears he's the last somewhat feasible quarterback available to attain as a substantial backup. I didn't say that about no starter. I said back up. In the event that Jimmy G struggles or fails to stay on the field, there are reports floating on the net stating that the Jets would accept a second-round pick for Mrs. Darnold's baby boy. So we'll be taking your phone calls tonight on this particular reported Sam Darnold speculation and looking for your take along with everything. Hey, but fam, you know what? Before we get into all that, suddenly, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. You know, I keep wondering, okay, the news keeps getting better for the Niners. Only 8 NFL teams have more salary cap space available than San Francisco at this particular hour, right? As you know, last week, overthecap.com reported that the Niners cap had jumped by about 11 mil to 23.5. Forget about it. As Niner Mike would say, forget about it. That figure was based on a salary cap projection of 180.5 mil. A very conservative estimate, given it is just $500,000 over the floor that the NFL and NFLPA recently set. Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated reports an even better figure for the 49ers, which offers more breathing room for a team that could lose several free agents but still hopes to find ways to improve. Breer is working with a more aggressive $183 million salary cap projection and has the Niners sitting with $28.02 million in available money as of yesterday morning. It is unknown if that includes Friday's re-signing of Ross Dwelly and Marcel Harris, though. They didn't get paid that much, so it wouldn't really mean knocking down 3 or 4 mil, I guess. The figures before any potential cost-saving moves as well, though, there are like roster cuts or contract restructures. So the team could. So you're looking at Jimmy alone increasing that by 10, right? Should restructure. And God knows, and Eric Armstead, who loves the Bay Area. Eric, you want to help us out this year? I knew you'd be here, man. Go ahead. Yeah, what? You know. They can get more money if necessary. The 49ers are not going to have a lot of trouble. So there you go. Trent Williams will stay a 49er. Now, who else is the story? And as the 49ers start manipulating that roster, oh, it could be the return to the days of... Was that? Am I back? I'm back. The return of the days of wine and roses. I have a feeling our anxieties and worries and fears are not necessary. I have a feeling we're going to go into the season healthy, probably maybe lose a player or two, but everybody else is back. Niners ready to roll and get back and get what we lost, which was ours in the first place. Okay, let's get down to business. The Niners make a little sense as a landing spot for Darnold. Even I must admit that, since much of Darnold's struggles during the past 3 years with the Jets is believed to be, by some, attributed to organizational failures around him. I notice a lot of people are saying, who actually succeeds under Adam Gase? By the way, do you remember we almost got Adam Gase after Harbaugh left? He was one of the guys that everybody said they wanted, and Gase said he wanted Fangio, or he wasn't coming, and Trent said, well, listen, if you're going to come in here making demands, I guess our conversation's already over. So, Adam, I want to thank you very much for your time, and good luck to you. Trent, remember everybody's pissed. And Trent, you're going to... Okay. Let me not go back into that history. San Francisco has an infrastructure in place, along with head coach Kyle Shanahan's offensive scheme, that just might be... it might potentially elevate Darnold to a higher level of play than he's reached so far in his career. On the other hand, moving a second-round pick for Darnold, of whom it is also being reported that Shanahan does actually like. I don't know where they get this information from, because as I know Kyle doesn't run around talking like that, but it is believed that Kyle Shanahan does like Sam Darnold. If true, that fact could also mean the Niners would likely be aiming to have him start at some point in the upcoming season, since he's on the final year of his rookie deal, according to some reports, because you got to see why you brought him over in the first place. The second-round pick is a lot more than you should be giving up for somebody you're just going to say goodbye to within the next year, right? This is probably not going to happen. It's probably not even roaming around in the halls of Santa Clara anyway. But just to, I thought it was interesting. Using a second-round pick on a backup who could leave the following year in free agency isn't a sensible use of a premium pick for a team with as many holes as the 49ers suddenly have, right? One theory has it that the club could move a mid-round pick for Darnold to get him in the building as a backup and to see what he can do in practice before offering an extension come next season. Because you see, we're dealing with Bobby Sal over there, and he's probably going to have a lot of input on what goes on with that team. So if he's in the conference room, and he'd probably tell it, well, it's my old club, so... and we're looking to get rid of Sammy anyway, so fourth, fifth round pick's fine, right? And then that happens, yeah. So, and we got plenty of third round picks, so maybe just a third. I mean, no big deal if you got more than one third round pick anyway. If we went to mid round selection to find out what Darnold looks like, as I mentioned in Shanny's offense, a second round pick comes at a much higher risk. You really, I can't see, because the 49ers are running around saying we're not willing to really risk a lot of picks, or we're not really willing to give up a lot of picks, because that's what we want them picks to do, what we do. And the 49ers do some good things when they got picks. Boy, them boys be picking up players. Ultimately, the 49ers need to identify a player who can be the long-term answer if Garoppolo doesn't elevate his play or stay healthy in 2021, which probably means there is going to be a QB at number 12, which is another question I'm asking. If there's the two QBs that I've got in mind that could be available are, of course, Mac Jones and Mrs. Fields, baby boy, whom I don't think a lot of. But I think they'll be there at 12. A lot of people say, man, ain't no way Justin's going to be there at number 12. Well, I don't know, man. He is playing in Ohio, and he got his brains beat out, but everybody says he was injured in the national playoff. But, if Sammy D is that player, though, even it didn't make sense to get him, even for a second-round pick. If there's any question about him, though, the pick would be better used on a rookie without a track record of underperforming in 38 NFL starts. And I know that's why excuses given to everybody except for Jimmy. Sam gets that excuse for now. But I got to tell you, I looked him up at SC. Sammy was throwing major amounts of picks there, too. If Adam Gase is the situation in New York, what was the problem at SC? Although he was like a weapon at SC that everybody pretty much respected. I don't know. You know me. I back up. He leaves next year. What is the point? So anyway, Wayne Roberts says, if Darnold... something else going on. Ray Jr., what's up? With the possibility of getting Sam Darnold, would he make good backup for Jimmy? Yeah, I'd be interested to see how he looks. If Adam Gase is as bad as people think he is, I think the 49ers and Scangarello could do better things with him probably. William Robinson, if Darnold becomes a Niner, is he better backup than Rosen, Mullins, or CJ? Probably. You know, see, this is what Lynch has made it clear. He does not want to be standing there with nothing but his jock in his hands if Jimmy goes down, with quarterbacks that are going to come in and make matters worse, right? So you figure Sam Darnold is one thing, and everybody thinks the 49ers are aggressively phoning around the league trying to find a starter. I mean, last week we were talking about the guy from the Panthers, Bridgewater, right? So, you know, Bridgewater is too expensive. 49ers are just doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to check around and see if anybody's willing to give up something for less than what they're asking for. So, you know. Ashford Turbo, Sam Darnold will not be the backup. He will be the starter. Dream on, Ashford. He may be special, but he's no Jimmy G. My dog's best friend, stop it, Ronbo. Last time you played too much with the headlines. I just like to talk about these things. Yes, if nothing else, to drive Dynamite crazy. Dynamite says we're not making a trade for Sam this season. Coming up after this season, Sam's not going to sign with us. Wants to start. He's good enough to be a starting quarterback. He's not going to sign to be a backup. But he has no choice. He's still under his rookie contract, right? So he'd have to come here no matter what, and he could leave next year. But he can't leave. He just can't say, I don't want to go somewhere. Yeah. He'd be pissed with the Jets, though, wouldn't he? Oh, why are you sitting me in San Francisco? I'm only going to be allowed to be a backup? I've got no shot. Do a good job, Sam, all right? You have belief in yourself. Do a good job and go over there and take the job. If all the critics are right about Jimmy G, you should have it made. I love being cocky. This is a preemptive cocky. Because later on, when I'm really cocky, it's going to be bad. I'm going to be talking major poo-poo. I've already told you about the Jimmy G apology night. I'm going to put that on a Monday Night Raw. Alex!
Yo, what a new Ronbo.
Oh, Alex, I'm looking at the Sam Darnold. You know, we're running out of quarterbacks. Everybody's getting placed, and Dak went and signed. Jerry Jones got an absolute fool made out of him. Jerry, you could have signed that and saved money 2 years ago. So, you know, It just goes to show, Jerry, hire a GM, you idiot. So, you know, Dak's off the market. And, you know, and we're coming down to the last few guys. Russell Wilson's not leaving Seattle, I don't think. And we already know Deshaun Watson. The Texans have dug in on that. Just the Texans saying, look, your eyes may shine, your teeth may grit. Stop calling me, people. He's not going anywhere. So, you know. But anyway, Sam Darnold, backup.
Hell no, Ronbo. We don't need no Sam Darnold on this team. You kidding me? Sam Darnold? No. Ronbo? No. I'm not. They're going to want a second or a third for the guy, and that's way too rich for him, Ronbo. Way too rich. Yeah, he's not any better than Jimmy G. If we're trading for a quarterback, you get Deshaun Watson, you get Aaron Rodgers, or you trade up for a Zach Wilson, or if Fields slides enough, you pick him up at like 7. I would have traded up more than 5 spots for this dude Fields. Yeah. But I would trade up to 2 for Wilson. That's just me personally. But you don't do this half-ass trade where, let's get Darnold, we'll see.
Just to be doing something. Yeah.
It's not doing anything, and it just wastes capital for us that we desperately need. Because the second round, there's no fifth-year option for those guys. So second round is real valuable because you can find some cheap, good talent there, like a Debo or
Alex, you just said something though I forgot about. Wasn't Darnold a first-round pick?
I think was he second overall?
Isn't there a 5th-year option on him?
Second overall, Mayfield.
Yeah. Hey, there's a 5th-year option on him, isn't there? Does that carry over in a trade? Because this is 4th year right now.
Drafted 2016?
Yeah, this is his.
2000.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
No. Did he come in 2016? I thought he got there after Shanahan.
Or 18.
I can't remember. Nobody's
And I
saying
can't
anything
remember
about it,
either,
so you might be right. It must be 2016 because nobody's saying anything about he has to finish his rookie contract and the 49ers could pick up a fifth-year option. Nobody said anything like that, and that would have been said immediately, right? I think you're right. I think he's in his fifth year.
I think so. It's either his fourth or fifth. And don't even touch Darnold, man. Don't even touch the guy.
I'm not a fan. Yeah, we agree.
I'm just not. I don't trust the guy, man. I mean, who knows? Maybe I don't know. My gut feeling is the guy is not it, and he's had a bad hand in New York, and Gase is a moron. He's a crackhead.
Hey,
he's
Alex.
He's had no line weapons. So
Alex. Chad says 2018.
Okay, 2018. So we'd have what, 1 year and then the fifth-year option
at minimum, right?
The
49ers they might bite on this,
like
Alex.
We have Rosen. We got Rosen. I think he's in the same draft as Rosen. Let's see what Rosen's got. I like Rosen better than I like Darnold. Darnold turns the ball over so much. And I think Rosen, he's smarter. He may not be as physically gifted as Darnold, but I think that he's just smarter, and he can maybe understand our playbook a little bit better than, and has a little bit more upside.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, and comprehend a little faster. And you're right, that intelligence and IQ play a big factor with Shanahan. So yeah, you're right. This is going to be interesting to see. And then again, these are the things we got to put up with until another 2-3 weeks. So Kyle probably laughs when I don't know how that got out there. Sam's not my cup of tea.
You don't spend a day 2 pick on the guy. What you do? Okay, let me ask you, Ronbo. Would you trade Jimmy for Stephon Gilmore straight up?
No, I'd have to have more than that. Because that's a quarterback versus a cornerback.
What if they kicked in a third?
What do you mean, kicked in a third?
So it'd be first for Gilmore in a third.
And you know why I'd say I'd have to have a second? Because last year Gilmore fell off the cliff. I mean, not even fall off. Gilmore fell off a cliff.
Well, he got hurt.
He got beat up by every corner until he got hurt. Something happened to him last year in Game 1. And I thought...
See, with the Patriots, you got to look at the COVID year a little bit differently, because look at how many Patriots players opted
That's true.
out.
Yeah.
But that probably took the wind out of their sails from the get-go, Rombo.
Could be.
This dude was a defensive player of the year 2 years ago.
I know.
And he's 30.
It's a quarterback versus a cornerback. I just think the value just isn't fair. I'd have to have a little bit more than just a straight-up trade. Gilmore doesn't get... How much does he get paid?
Huh?
How much does Gilmore get paid?
So I looked at, or I think who was talking about it? I forget, but they said that he's making $16 million, and we'd have to pay half that, so we'd be paying $8 million to the guy.
All right.
But it's also his contract year, so it'd be like a 1-year rental.
Yeah, and you know how we don't do well with those. God, I still can't believe Emmanuel Mosley. Man.
Shoot or shoot, Rombo. Shoot or shoot, man.
Yeah. No. I delay that one. I got to have a cornerback. I got to have a quarterback to start the season with to begin with.
But our defense with Bosa, Warner, Gilmore, you could sign. We'd have so much money. We could go buy a Shaq Barrett. We could go get a Von Miller. We could go get Olivier Vernon.
Who's going to start at quarterback?
Ryan Fitzpatrick, baby. Or you trade it for a quarterback.
I did hear about him. I heard about him coming back.
I like Ryan Fitzpatrick has played in a lot of different systems, Rombo. He went to Harvard. He's not a dumb guy. He's been in the league a long time. And his personality, dude. Hey, players get attracted to that guy, and I could see him and Kittle just being best buds on that field. And we save a ton of money. We could go draft a quarterback. We'd have a lot of capital to go trade up for a quarterback.
Now you'd have to.
The good thing is, we got options, Rombo. We got a lot of options, and we got $28 million before any cuts happen. So I think we're sitting pretty good.
Alex, I like your idea, and God knows it just may happen. But listen, we're out of time now. We'll
No
see
worries.
you. We'll see you Wednesday.
It's good talking, Ronbo.
As always, Alex. Love it.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
fam.
Go
Talk
not.
to you later.
Yay!
Oh, and the question tonight is Darnold or not? We can offer deals like Alex did. 49ers Ultimate Report. Thanks, fam. Ronbo, what's up with the phone line? Won't let me in. Guys, we're going to have to cut it a little shorter tonight, so we're probably not going to leave that line open. So whoever's on the phone now, we're going to get that, and we got to shoot out of here. In the meantime, here he comes, Jimmy Garoppolo's biggest.
Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
and I know we had a glitch there. It is dollar bill Will. And by the way, if you're looking for the pin number's just been corrected, so you should have the right one there. We're having a lot of problems getting started today, aren't we? Will, come on in, man. We're talking Sam Darnold, and I know you going for this one. Sam Darnold, anybody?
Well,
Go ahead.
well, not necessarily. Now, let me just enlighten about Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold has an upside, and I think he can play in this league. But this is my thing. Everyone, when you mention Sam Darnold's name, everybody's gonna automatically say he's garbage. You know, just saying his name, your mind gonna automatically, your brain is gonna automatically tell your mouth that he's sorry. But let me ask you this: what quarterback can function or play under Adam Gase? I mean, Adam Gase is one of the most sorriest coaches in the league. The only reason Adam Gase had a name was because of Peyton Manning. Being coaching Peyton Manning. So, I mean, Adam Gase is a horrible coach. No quarterback can function under Adam Gase. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if Kyle do decide to get Sam Darnold, then it's not gonna be no Jimmy G and Sam Darnold. It's gonna be one or the other. Now, I think Sam Darnold could function in his offense because he has Kyle Shanahan, a coach that can do something. But let me ask you this: do we have a second round already?
Last I checked, yeah, we got all our picks this year.
Okay, so this is what you do. With me saying that, no, I wouldn't want Sam Darnold. What I would do is, you already know where I'm going. You trade Jimmy to New England. I believe you can get a second round pick. You can get a second round pick for him. We get that second round pick. So we'll have 2 second rounders, correct?
Yeah, because we have one.
So that means we'll end up with 2 second rounders. So what you do in the 2 second rounders, ring, ring. Hey, Robert Sala. Hey, man, we got 2 second rounders for you, man. Two second round picks. If we can give you that to move up to to get that second spot in the draft, can we get that, make that happen? I mean, it's a shot. I mean, it's a shot in the dark. Why do that? And if he do decide, if Solid Ball Head is shining bright enough to the point where he'll do it, and he'll give it to her, then what you do? You get that second spot, the second round pick in the first round of the NFL draft, and you get Zach Wilson. And there you go. Yeah. You get your one of the top talked about quarterbacks in this year's draft, and you all set. I mean, it's worth a shot, Ronbo.
Donald's not worth the second pick. Well, you know what you do? Even if you get that second pick, you go ahead for Jimmy. I mean, now you got 2 second round picks. You tell the Jets we'll give you a third round pick, and they'll probably take it because they know Donald hasn't got enough. He's got no pedigree. No matter how bad Coach Gase is, his record is still for poop. Okay. So I'd say because they need to get rid of him, right? Because they want to draft and get a quarterback.
So you think Bill Belichick will give us a third for Jimmy G? That what you saying?
No. Belichick can give up a second for Jimmy because Jimmy's already got pedigree now. Regardless of the public opinion, Jimmy G wins. And Belichick knows that. He's had him before. He knows how good Jimmy is. Now, the thing is, though,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. You got several, I think we got 2 or 3 third-round picks. So why hurt yourself unnecessarily? Darnold's not worth a second-round pick. So you give the Jets a third-round pick.
So you get a second round. You get you send Jimmy to New England. You get the second round. Then you have 2 second rounds, but you want to keep one of them and give Salah a second and a third.
No. Hell no. Wait, Will, listen carefully. No second-round pick.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You
only
get
a third-round pick.
The 2 second rounds. No, you get 2 second rounds. You send Jimmy to New England. You get a second round. You got 2 second rounds, Ronbo. You get those 2 second rounds to Pollard. He'll take it. Then you'll get that second spot in the first round, and you get Zach Wilson. Salah ain't gonna take no third.
He should.
You got 2 second rounds. No,
I mean, I'm going to present my case, and I'm going to say, look, your quarterback looks like a bust. You're not going to get anything from anybody else. How about a third? And then the thing is, now you got 2 second-round picks. Now, Will, if you want that so-called premier golden boy out of the draft, you got more firepower. Nobody's going to take – you get a second-rounder and maybe a first-rounder next year, and somebody might bite for that trade up.
I give them the 2 second round. I give them the 2 second round and
for Sam Darnold.
No, to get the second round pick.
To get whose second-round pick?
Ronbo, if you want them, you can give them 2 second-round picks.
Give them.
In the first round.
Will, give who 2 second-round backs?
The Jets.
That's what I thought you said. Okay, go ahead. Let me hear the rest of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get Jimmy to New England. Then Bill Belichick give us a second-round pick. So you have 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
Call the Jets, give them the 2 second-round picks to get the second spot, the second pick in the first round.
Well, I see. I forgot the Jets are picking high in this draft, and I forgot about that. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but Will, here's where your plan is going to go south real quick. The Jets are going to use that pick themselves. That's why they be getting rid of Darnold.
Well, that's why I said it's a shot. I mean,
it's not a shot. You don't get rid of Darnold and then don't use your second-round pick. You need a quarterback. Now you really have to use that second pick, and it's gonna be gold.
Well, Jim ain't gonna be on the team no way. So
well,
I mean, it was a shot. It was a shot anyway. But that's why I said that's
why I said third-round pick. But anyway, hey. But Will, we out of time. Let me see. We'll hear from you and another plan to get rid of Jimmy on Wednesday. All right.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. Trey, all them guys. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Steve Jersey Joe, through all them guys, man. Super Bowl 56 will be the San Francisco 49ers versus the BNL. All right,
you. That Will.
All right.
Hey, Morgan.
Hey, Rob. So
Morgan,
wait,
man.
Kyle, you
what?
You want 2 second-round picks?
Yeah.
You want to move up to my number 2? Yeah. Kyle, I can't do that. There's no way the GMs. Kyle,
I know.
You already got rid of Jimmy? You did this? You got rid of Jimmy already?
No, I got you by the short hairs, right? Yeah.
Kyle, I like you, so I'm going to do my best to help you out. I'm not in control here. I'm not the GM. I'm just the coach. They make the rules. Tell you what, I won't. They'll try to get it first from you. 2 twos, and I'll just give you Sam Darnold for 2 twos.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll work for you.
Yeah.
No, get out of here with that.
No,
come on.
That's why I said if I'm going to deal, okay, third-round pick, because you guys, there's no way the Jets
are not going to take only second-round picks.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said 2 second-round picks for their number 2 overall. They're not going to do that. They're going to laugh in our face.
Yep. Maybe hang up the phone because if you're going to get rid of your quarterback, you sure as hell going to use that number 2 to get your own quarterback,
No.
or else they got nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
I don't get it.
yeah.
But Sam
But the thing-
Darnold, I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, that's a lot of money for a backup, but I mean, money is coming more and more every day, it seems.
But Morgan, you know what would be ironic? Now, I don't see this coming. I think Jimmy G will stay on the field next year. But what would be amazing is if Jimmy does somehow find a way to get hurt this year, people say if he plays under par, people are judging Jimmy's last year as Jimmy. You get that everywhere.
No.
Oh, look at him, 2020. Oh, give me a break. Have you ever had a high ankle sprain? Do you think you can function on a high ankle sprain in an NFL setting?
And he played good games on that high ankle sprain, too.
Yeah,
he had some bad games, but he played real good against the Jets. Yeah. He played real good against the Rams, and real good against New England. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he had some bad games. There was really bad games there.
He did. Miami comes to mind immediately.
Yeah, Miami, Seattle, but I mean. You got to judge this guy off his full healthy year. You can't judge him
when
off.
He's healthy.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay, but the thing is, if you're gonna pick up Darnold, you only got 1 year because you know what, he came in 2018.
Well, you got that 5th year option.
Darnold only has 1 year left in his contract. Anyway,
yeah, but he has a 5th year option.
Yeah. So you'd actually have Darnold for 2 years, right?
Yeah, you could pick up if Jimmy gets hurt. You pick up the option on Darnold, and you're like, all right, he's our guy until he's our stopgap guy because Jimmy gets hurt again. I hate to say it's time to.
It would be over, and also Darnold's will have had time to learn the offense. Now we're not going to win any games while Darnold's trying to learn the offense, but at least he'll be up to speed for 2023. 20,
and you can find your guy after that. You can use Darnold until you find your guy, but yeah.
So
but I'm kind of curious if we're going to get more money. I think more money is coming because I think the salary caps can go higher.
I mean,
think so. Jerry Jones, I think, is in the know a little bit. And if he paid Dak all that money and now they're over the cap,
he
must know something.
If anybody knows, it's him.
Yeah, because he's in all those meetings, right? He does the TV deals and all that. So I'm wondering if he's like, you know what? I know the caps can be a little higher. We can spend this money.
Mm-hmm. 40. And remember we laughed. Dak's asking for $40 million? What's Jack?
Yeah, right? And he got it,
with $40 million? And now he got it. And the problem was they said, well, we wanted a longer deal is what we wanted.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. In the end, the quarterback's value is always going to be higher than you think it is.
Well, yeah, because the standard's been set. You know, so can you imagine somebody at some time, probably soon, somebody's going to be getting paid more than Mahomes? So you're going to have billion-dollar quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, you don't know with these guys coming out. It's really a crapshoot.
Morgan, here's a question, though. Jimmy comes out, puts dirt in all the critics' faces, has a banner year. Now,
10 balls in his, then he holds all the cards.
The contract time comes, and now Jimmy's like, Jimmy Garoppolo last year led the league in this, and the 49ers did.
You want to resign with us?
Oh.
Well, let me think about it. I got options now. So maybe they should restructure and give him more years. Maybe they should do that now while his I'm sorry, what?
No, I was going to say, and that's why when they signed him immediately, that's why if you think you got your quarterback, sign him. Don't do it Jerry Jones and keep fooling around. Because
the numbers
year,
are always going to go up for quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying, because next year Jimmy goes nuts. He just gets on fire. And it's not out of the question because now everybody knows the offense. Everybody's going to be on the same page. You're not going to see a lot of mistakes out there next year. So Jimmy immediately goes up a level. Now, the 49ers are winning smoothly.
They've said it. They're going to invest in their offensive line. They've said as much. They're going to get some guys for that offense. They understand they need to get better on the offensive line.
Yep.
I think, they got money to re-sign guys now. I probably bring in a receiver, another one to add to this already good core, and then these guys can mesh well. The only thing that is in our way, and it's been in our way the last couple of years, is injuries. and not just Jimmy's, everyone's injuries.
It's it. And
Our biggest enemy is injuries.
I know, it's such a bad thing. And this has been going on for a long time. Boy, we'll see you Wednesday, though. All right?
I'll see you Wednesday, Ronbo.
All right.
Good one, man.
Yeah, have a great night.
You too.
Yeah, man, I tell you, this is going to be interesting to see what's going on. Hey, Charles, come on in, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, man, I'm looking at because they've thrown every media person has thrown quarterback after quarterback after quarterback at the 49ers, and all of them end up signing other places. And then, of course, the media has no place else to go. Well, the 49ers could pick up Sam Darnold, give up a second-round pick, and he's all theirs. And I'm laughing because I'm thinking, the 49ers might do that just to pick him up as a backup, but he only has 1 year left. Somebody thinks he has 1 year left on his contract. I think he has more than one. He has maybe 1 year left, but he was a first-round pick. Isn't there an option available on him? If they want to pick that up, you still got to pay more, but still. But Charles, bring him in, have him learn the system, beat Jimmy out and send Jimmy packing, or do you go Will's route, trade Jimmy to New England, hopefully get a second-round pick? What do you think, Charles?
I think this is what's going to happen. We got a lot of third-round picks right now.
Yeah.
We're probably going to trade Jimmy and get another third-round pick, maybe, and then so we'll pick up Sam Darnold with a third-round pick, make him back
at
up,
most, right? Because
I'll say this. No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna give him away for third-round pick, and we'll pick somebody up in the first or second round, a quarterback. I think we should get Justin Fields, but that's my preference. And so I think Sam Darnold should come in and he should start next year, and or Justin Fields we should give him the reins, because I think Justin Fields, I think he's ready for NFL.
In Shanahan's system? Okay, you know what? If you went that route, I might. That way, you might pick up Fitzmagic. I think he comprehend and grasp the system a little faster than Fields. Fields is going to be raw, fam. But you need in the NFC West, you need a mobile quarterback. Well,
So
think about though, is Shanahan going to change and shift his system? Just for that reason alone. Remember the RG3s thing. If I got a runner with Shanahan, if I got a runner as opposed to a quarterback, Charles, I guarantee you, Shanahan he ain't gonna do that.
Man, I'm telling you, when we saw with RG3, why not Justin Fields?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about. Shanahan didn't want RG3.
Because
His dad didn't want RG3. They built a system for him.
Quarterback we have? We had CJ. CJ was a mobile quarterback. He ran a lot. Whenever he got a chance to play, especially his rookie year. His rookie year, he was always running because the offensive line was terrible.
Yeah.
And so, it's happened. It just hasn't happened a lot. I just think that's how everything's gonna go down. But it's really interesting, man. I'm really.
I think you got a better chance with Mac Jones. If anybody said place your bets between Jones and Fields, I'd put the farm on Jones. Justin's. Oh my God! Especially you got a team. Remember, you got a team that's Super Bowl ready. You don't.
Well, Ronbo,
you can't go too far off the meter, because now you got to retrain your whole offense to work with this guy, and with a few months to go, it's a long shot.
Well, why don't they just reduce Jimmy Garoppolo's salary, keep him, and then let him play this year, let him prove himself this year. Re-sign him at 15 million, 12 or 15 million. And then bring in a rookie, let the rookie sit behind him. Why don't they do that? Because, like you see all the time, the 49ers win games under Jimmy G.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
That's my bottom line. Winning is everything.
Keep Jimmy G around. Let's reduce his salary by, 10 to 12 million. Let's take that money and keep, the cornerback that we have that's a free agent. I forget what his name is. The guy that came from the Chargers.
Jason Verrett. Yeah.
Jason Verrett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep him. Let's pay him, $3 to $5 million a year.
Ooh.
Let's keep him, and
somebody has to pay more. You're gonna have to pay more than that.
Let's restructure number 55. Let's restructure his contract. We save even more money. I mean, we have options on the table that we're not using, and I don't know why.
Well, they're probably looking at all the scenarios. They're gonna decide which one fits better. They probably know about the one you're talking about, but yeah. And you don't have to take Jimmy's money away. You just restructure it so it hits the cap in a different fashion. He's already proven he can take your team to the Super Bowl. He can be on the field to take your team to the Super Bowl. Granted, he's got a good offense, he's got a good defense and all that stuff, but still, he was on the field and making it happen. So the 49ers are not going to look at him in that same way. But your idea of bringing in Justin Fields or anybody else, let him work behind Jimmy. Because contrary to popular belief, that offense is not easy. People say, look at scheme. You know how hard it is to learn a scheme? It takes time. And every quarterback struggle with it. So a rookie coming out of school is not going to come in and magically just understand that offense. It's going to take a minute.
And we got the wide receiver. We got the wide receivers. Yeah. We can add another rookie wide receiver. We can add a free agent wide receiver, veteran. Yeah. And we can add a veteran tight end. Yeah. I mean, there's
a lot of money there. We seem to be gaining money though, so maybe.
Yeah.
There's one tight end out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I just wish we would reduce some salaries so we can save some money.
That's probably going to happen. That's probably going to happen, Charles. That is probably going to happen.
Jimmy G in place because we're in the NFC West. The NFC West is very competitive. Yeah. You need experienced veterans in the NFC West.
That's right.
You don't need somebody like Sam Darnold coming into the NFC West
and trying to start, especially where he came from. Charles, we're out of time though. I'll be back Wednesday, and they don't tell what's going to develop between now and then. I'll be looking for you.
Okay, well, I'll try to be back on Wednesday.
All right, Charles, looking for you. Have a good night.
All right, good night. Love you, Ronbo.
Hey, back at your family. You know this. Yes. Hey, Darius, come on in, Darius.
Ronbo, how you been, man?
Fabulous, man. I'm watching all the drama go by, and I can't wait to see what's next. It's like the first thing I do is, I keep my phone. I sometimes don't even put it down. I keep it right where I can see it at all times, because something's about to come in a notification and say, "What?" God. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway.
Yeah, I haven't talked to you in a little while. A lot has happened. Just like what was that Friday? You opened up like 13 million cap space, something like that, something crazy like that. You moved up to 9th in overall cap space in the NFL with like 20-some million.
Oh yeah, 23.
Yeah. What else happened? Dak Prescott got signed today.
Yeah. Mad.
He's getting paid $75 million next year. $75 million.
I thought that was now, and he's guaranteed 120 something. I thought they already gave Dak that money for his signing.
I think his salary for next year is going to be $75 million. This is going to drop down significantly. I don't know how his contract works out specifically, but I know it's something ridiculous. So,
I think he gets
I don't want to trade for Darnold.
Yeah. I know. I saw it out there and I laughed. I said, why would they want Sam Darnold? I feel like some people, Rosen is probably just as good, but Darnold's out there. Exactly. He's been playing for years. So.
Yeah, so because Darnold still has his rookie contract, and his rookie contract it's quite a bit of money, right? And Rosen is not in his rookie contract because he's been cut before, and so his rookie contract is gone, and we have him for the minimum contract, right? So if you're gonna have to trade for Darnold, give up assets for a bottom tier quarterback, for what? To sit on your bench? You don't win in this scenario. There's nothing for you to win or gain in this scenario.
That's a good point.
It's just stupid. It's just these teams, or not these teams, but these media sources gotta put something out so they can get their clicks from.
I know.
It's just that.
That's what I keep telling. Some of the madness we've heard since the season ended, but people who want to get rid of Jimmy, they bite on everyone. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, the worst quarterback on the planet could be available, and we got people that say, get him! So, I thought Darnold is not the worst of the things I've heard. So I says, well, let's talk about this for a minute. Is Darnold...
I know, but there's definitely been some reasonable trade. Like Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, was a pretty reasonable
that was
rumor, right? Like, you may not have wanted him, but I think to me that's a pretty reasonable thing, right?
Yeah.
But Darnold, are you kidding me? Darnold?
They're blaming
Darnold.
Gase is the excuse for Darnold. The organization as a whole.
Okay, so personally, I was a big Darnold fan when you got drafted. I thought he was going to be the best quarterback from that draft class.
Yeah.
I also do believe that Gase ruined him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if Gase ruined him, how much can Kyle help him? Like, it's just
another excellent point.
Like, and even then, you already have Rosen. I don't need Darnold. You're gonna have two backup quarterbacks from the same draft that went top 10. They both ended up sucking. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that. Like, so, and you're trading a second-round pick for that? No, thank you.
That's why I say, hey, whoa, third round.
Thank you.
At max, man. Darnold hasn't done anything to warrant a second-round pick. See, this is the thing. Darnold, he could be better, though. Because the Jets do not.
He
plays there and does a good job.
Can.
Yeah, so.
No, he definitely can be better. I don't want to give up a second-round pick for a maybe, for an if.
No.
For a player who he may be good, with his throwing abilities, all that. But if he's not good mentally, I don't want that. I don't need that. I don't need a quarterback who is now hesitant in his own ability to play. Because when that happens, he's just gonna sit there, and, check down. I don't. People say, "Oh no, Jimmy Garoppolo." No, okay. If you give Jimmy Garoppolo time in the pocket, he will let that bad boy fly, and he will light your favorite defense on fire.
That's what I love about him.
Darnold, even his rookie year, came and he was a little unsure, right? He goes in his second year, he gets even more unsure. Third year, now he's just, what the hell happened to Sam Darnold? I don't want a quarterback who is afraid and who is not in the right state of mind.
Confidence. You got to be confident as a quarterback.
Right. His confidence took a massive hit. But I'm excited because that $28 million cap space lets us do so much more, Ronbo. It's ridiculous, right? $28 million cap space is a lot. That's more than double the amount that we had before. We moved up to 9th or 8th in the NFL in cap.
And look for that to expand.
Now, I think, Ronbo, there's literally no doubt that if you're a Trent Williams guy, we're going to sign Trent Williams because we have the money now, 100%. We have the money for him. We have the money for JV. We have the money for Juice. So, our guys that were on our team this year are pretty much locks for re-sign. If they genuinely want to come back, they're under contract because we have enough cap space, right?
Yeah.
So the cap issue, and Ronbo, we was talking about this months ago. You kept saying, "Oh, John Lynch seems confident."
Yeah.
This is what John Lynch knew
he already knew.
Boom! Out of nowhere, we just won. What was it, Friday or something like that? I just scroll through. 13 million cap space added on. Are you kidding me? John Lynch, let me just kiss you on the lips right now, John. I mean,
Darius, you went too far. Darius, we gotta go though. I'll see you Wednesday before we run out of time here. All right.
All right, Ron. Have a great day.
You too. Good to hear from you. Oh yeah. And Kevin Wong says, "Why are you so stubborn, refusing to do a show with Vish Kamaran? Are you scared that he will school you and outclass you with football knowledge?" I am, Kevin. Oh, you know how I'm so scared. I couldn't do that. Who is Vish? Anyway, Eddie Biss the Sickest. Thanks for that contribution. Jimmy Paranoid G and Sam Ghostbuster. Well, hey, I heard about Darnold and seeing ghosts. Darnold would be perfect for the 49er roster. That's hilarious stuff. Oh, God. Anyway, hey, Lee, come on in, Lee. Lee went from one extreme to another. Lee, I'm starting to love your backgrounds, man. Is that Solomon T?
Yeah, Ronbo, what's up?
Solomon T is representative of the draft for the 49ers like nothing else. You got to be careful with that draft. You know, this is why I get a kick out of people saying things like, this quarterback's fantastic and this quarterback's fantastic. He's playing college ball. He's wearing things out. I mean, you get one out of maybe 4 first-rounders that do well. If I had to do an average, first-round quarterbacks are not the greatest in the world, but everybody would actually sell their house for one of these first-round picks. And only a few of them make it, period, down through the years. And they're in the league more than 3 or 4 years or after their contract's over. Yet, it's the thing to do. College ball, this guy's going to be good. NFL, what happened? You know, so I that's what I'm saying. Sam Darnold, he was the bee's knees when he came into the league, and everybody thought he was going to take Cleveland. Wait a minute, who drafted him first round? Jets. Yes, he will take the Jets to the promised land, and now the Jets are promising to get rid of him. So, you know, but Lee, is it a deal? Do we take Sammy because he's been abused by Adam Gase and let Kyle and Scangarello form him into the man he was supposed to be as an NFL dynamo?
Nah, I think we just let him. I think we just leave him over in New York with for Robert to deal with Ronbo. You know, he might get traded. He might, you know, I think they've got till I read Ronbo till May, I think, to pick up the 5th-year option. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they haven't picked it up.
He does have a 5th year, right?
So,
2018. I thought so. He doesn't.
Yeah, 2018, same year as McGlinchey, number 1.
That's not his last year.
I think he went first pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm not really keen
Number
to
2.
bring him in. Reason being is people complain about Jimmy not being healthy, and he's played more games than Jimmy Ronbo, but he hasn't completed 1 full season. And 2, Jimmy's actually outplayed him, Ronbo. Jimmy's been a better quarterback than Sam Darnold.
Of course.
So I don't see the point in bringing him in. You're also going to have to pay him after the season ends. So if he comes here, he's probably going to be sitting behind Jimmy. Then you're going to have to pay him a lot of money to keep him around. What, as a backup? I just don't see the point of giving him a 2nd rounder to get him.
Oh, God. No.
I haven't really talked with you what I would do with the quarterbacks, Ronbo. Like, I wouldn't be angry. Like, say if one of the top guys fell to 12 and Kyle decided, oh yeah, let's get someone in. You know, even if it's not to replace Jimmy, but to sit behind them and learn the system. If a guy like Justin Fields did fall to 12, right, and he was the best player on the board, and say the top corners were gone. Say the tackle or the offensive lineman they wanted wasn't there, and Justin Fields fell, I wouldn't be mad if they drafted him and picked him at 12, because you could always sit him and make him learn. He is raw, like you said, but he probably has the highest upside out of any quarterback in this draft. If you look at arm power, the guy can,
is that right?
He can throw 60+ yards and land it on a dime. Yeah, Ronbo. If you go look at some of his throws, look at the game where he played Clemson against Lawrence. He schooled Trevor Lawrence. He outplayed him. And him and Trevor Lawrence have been going head-to-head since they were 16, Ronbo. There's been a battle between who's the number 1 quarterback ever since they were in high school. They were both out of Georgia.
Yeah.
I think Trevor has, because Trevor beat him the year before, I'm pretty sure, Ronbo. But I'm pretty sure that Justin was injured that year. And because he was coming off an injury and he played the game injured. And that's one thing I do like about Justin Fields. He's very tough.
Yeah, like the national championship, he was hurt in that game from what I heard.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, Lawrence won it the first year as a freshman. And I feel like that's where all his hype builded, Ronbo. And then ever since then, people's looked at him as like a Michael Luck or like a, the top guy. But, look at this year. He wasn't good enough to beat Justin Fields. Justin Fields outplayed him in that game. He was throwing 60-yard bombs on dimes to his receivers. So, like, You look at their arm talent. They both got big arms. A lot of people say Fields has got the strongest arm in this entire draft. Some people will say Trey Lance. Like those are probably the two strongest arms in the draft. Those two, Trey Lance and Justin Fields. They both got the physical talents, but yeah, he probably needs. If you're gonna bring him in, he probably needs time to learn. So with Jimmy G there, say he fell and we did draft him, I wouldn't be angry if they did that, Ronbo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're not giving up any assets, and then you could just
exactly
pull them off. That would be ideal. If as long as the 49ers are willing to move away from their tradition of this current administration of every year we go linemen, first round picks. So because this is gonna be interesting to see. We're all gonna be sitting there wondering, okay, are they gonna get up off the lineman thing and do something else this year, or what?
Exactly. So. Like, I don't think they will do it, but because with every single year we pick a lineman as our first pick. McGlinchey, Solomon Thomas, Sheik's guy. I put him up, Ronbo, because he was a bit mad. I put my picks up. Sorry, Sheik, the Buccaneers. Sorry, I put those studs up the other day. I got your boy up, Solomon Thomas. So yeah, that's why I put Sully up today. But we don't want to make a mistake like that. But yeah, that's what I think too, Ronbo. Like, they love to go in the trenches, and if you look at it too, the defensive line and offensive line are two places that are probably our key areas to go with the secondary. I really want a corner too. If one of those top corners falls, I feel like that's the way to go. But the free agency is going to shape it all, Ronbo, because if you lose the Trent Williams or you don't re-sign Verrett, those are huge needs.
It's like you said, cornerback, offensive line. You cannot let that offensive line get any worse. It's got to get better. If anything, save some of that money and get that center situation fixed. Alex Mack, do not go anywhere, and let's go. Because I agree. And cornerback, you and I both know we don't have any. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I heard Willie was saying, let's give up those picks and move up and get Wilson, but it's going to cost more than that to get Wilson. You would have to give up our first this year, both those twos, and more to get up to second. Like if you look at a draft value chart, it costs a lot more than that, and that's the thing. It costs crazy amounts to move up in the top 10.
The draft value chart, and that's what the GMs are going to go by. What does it take? Wilson seems to be the most popular guy. How much capital would it take to get him?
I think it would take to move up to 2. I think
you'd have to go to 2 to get him, right? That's the Jets.
Our first this year, 2 twos, 2 second rounders, and another second rounder on top of that. So you're looking at like four picks, and you got to have at least 3 twos in our first this year, at least. I think it is. I think it's 2,600 points off the top of my head, and I think we're sitting at 1,200 if you look at our pick 12.
And yes,
and a second rounder's worth like anywhere around 500 points. Yeah.
And that's a desperation move if you don't have a quarterback. 49ers aren't going to go that route. There's no way they entertain that thought. So that's too much capital. Lee, as usual, always enlightenment. I love it. We're going to go, and I'll see you Wednesday. Looking forward to it.
See you, Ronbo. Thanks for everything you do. Shout out to your team, and shout out to all the Niner fans. Thanks, Ronbo.
Thank you, Lee. All right. Have a great day. Justin98 says, Minshew, 2 years, 5,530 yards, 37 TDs, 11 INTs. Darnold, 3 years, 8,997 yards, 45 TDs, and 39 INTs. Justin, I just brought it up probably just to antagonize the Jimmy G haters. I become very facetious in these last few weeks. Twitter, look out, because I'm coming to get you in a few hours. I always got some good stuff for you. Hey, John. Thanks, Justin, for the contribution.
Hey, Ronbo.
John. John, I'm wrong on this, and I'm way out of line. I can't believe I subjected anybody to this gag. I wouldn't give a pluck nickel for Sam Darnold, but I got a kick out of the media trying to push him and saying the 49ers would do themselves a favor by getting rid of Jimmy Garoppolo and bringing on Sam Darnold, who Kyle Shanahan does like, and Darnold has so much more upside. Justin just put up some numbers that make you say, where's the up? I mean, but John, make a deal. You be the man who's running, what's the name of that show with Monty Hall? Let's Make a Deal. you go ahead and make a deal, and Will is willing to give up a lot for Sam Darnold. Hopefully, he thinks New England will say, "Sure, we'll give you a second round pick or second round pick for Jimmy G." So, but John, give me your insights on this.
Well, Rumble, I want to start off by being respectful to you, but you are absolutely wrong, and I'm not going to have a 60-minute argument with you because you have people that want to talk to you. But Sam Darnold, when was the last time, besides name it, when you look at quarterbacks at that organization, the Jets have been crap for decades.
Long time.
We make fun of the Lions, and Adam Gase, when he was with Miami, he had Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill went to Tennessee, and he changed his career.
Yeah.
Adam Gase got fired. The Jets picked him up. And in 2019, Sam Darnold missed, I think, 4 games because he had mono, and people made fun of him. But he finished that season 7-5.
Yeah.
They were 0-4. Sam Darnold can run. There is a thing on YouTube where they're playing against the Broncos or some team, and he runs 40-plus yards. No one touches him and scores a touchdown. I've never seen Jimmy G do that.
Yeah.
This year, Sam Darnold was hurt, and I think he only played half the year, and we know what happened to the Jets. They went 2-14. When Sam Darnold was in versus Cleveland and the Rams, he was the quarterback when they won those 2 games. Now, I'm not trying to say Sam Darnold is the next Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. I'm not saying that. But John Lynch made something very clear 2 weeks ago when he was on that podcast. The question that many people are not reading, and they ask him, when Jimmy Garoppolo is healthy, John Lynch, do you want him on the team? And John Lynch said this, and I read the words, the transcript word by word. When Jimmy Garoppolo is healthy, we win games. But we have to put a backup because John Lynch is starting to realize, just like everybody else, Jimmy G can get hurt. And he doesn't want another year where Jimmy G plays well and then he gets hurt in the middle of the year. So I would like Sam Darnold, and I would sacrifice a 2nd-round pick because he was drafted number 3. Alex Smith was a game manager. He was drafted number 1. The Chiefs gave the 49ers a 2nd-round pick. So we need to stop with this, Jimmy Garoppolo, Sam Darnold. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the quarterback, but I've said this. He's going to write up that contract. Worst case scenario for the people who don't like Jimmy Garoppolo. But we have to find a backup plan because what if Jimmy Garoppolo succeeds? For sure, Jimmy Garoppolo, if he succeeds the next 2 years, we're not going to pay him what Dak Prescott got, So we have to be realistic and realize what's going to happen after the following season and his contract ends. Sam Darnold, why is Kyle Shanahan saying, oh, I like Sam Darnold? Because everyone knew that draft class, he was the best quarterback prospect. But the Browns picked up Baker Mayfield. So I hope I made a little bit of clarity, and people don't have to like this.
No, there was nothing to. You didn't say anything abrasive. Most of what you said was everything. I think everything you said was true. Darnold probably should not be judged on what happened with the Jets. And he may be better than that. He probably is. And Adam Gase has proven, though, too, as you said, that he is not the best quarterback coach in the planet either. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him. I just don't know that the 49ers are going to want to pay that much as far as putting him on the bench. He's not going to beat Jimmy out if for no other reason other than, not the first year, for no other reason other than it's too much to learn. And also the other guys are ready to roll. They don't have time to wait for anybody to learn how to play the offense yet. But you do need a solid backup. And I've said that, what you just repeated about what John Lynch said, I said that immediately after John said it. John's not going to get caught anymore without a quarterback to back Jimmy up. So.
And then one thing that, we should start to realize that someone I was listening to today on YouTube was saying Fred Warner has become a pawn piece with a Jimmy Garoppolo trades. And we have to start to realize that, even though we don't have money, we have to extend Fred Warner, because Fred Warner, I don't know if he was drafted in the second or third round, the linebackers that were drafted before him, they're going to raise the market. And if Fred Warner's the best, he can get maybe $24 million. So that's why. And then this is true, Ronbo. I'm not making this up. Fred Warner's father somehow shouted me out. I don't know how he found my channel, or I don't know, but he gave me a shout out, which is pretty cool. And Fred Warner's father was saying, yeah, why are the Niners not signing my son? Are they going to trade him? And, this is coming from his father. So I'm not trying to say this, to impress you or anybody, but that's pretty cool for me, for his dad to shout me out. I'm just a normal 49er fan. So we have to be really serious about this Jimmy Garoppolo stuff. It's becoming real. We could lose him, and that's
John,
why we have to figure something out.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo's being made the answer to every single problem on the team. Trades, people, he sucks. It's too much. If we're going to start having a carousel of quarterbacks, we're still not going to win. So, it's going to have to be other avenues to take other than always working Jimmy. Because you get Jimmy out, you get another guy in, we're going to start working him too. So after a while, it gets a little silly. Nobody's going anywhere with any quarterback. You get one that can win, and the other guys work together. You keep a nucleus together. It's the only way you're going to win championships. But we'll see what happens. Jimmy goes down next year, it's all over. So, all right. Anyway, John, we're going to run out of time.
Rebel.
Let's see you Wednesday.
All right, I'll see you Wednesday.
All right.
Decide your buddy Norm, Niners all day.
All right. Thanks, fam. And Kevin Wong, you're a pretty rude person, aren't you? Do you ever talk to any legit 49er people or just fans? There you go, fans. Kevin thinks that you're not legit. We've done that. We've talked to players and stuff. We just don't talk to them every day. But, Kevin, I know you're a big fan. Please rank Stephen A., Kellerman, Colin, Bayless.
Kevin, nobody's here to accommodate you. Get the hell out of here.
Kevin's on a trip today. Kevin, sorry, bro. I don't know what to tell you. If you like other programs, that's fine. If I can't meet the standard, my apologies. Hey, 215 PA. Come on in, fam. Oh, wait, it could be. Last time I said it was. Yo.
Ronbo.
Yo, who is this?
This is Yamin.
Oh!
This is Yamin.
Yamin is back.
Ronbo, China Empire. What's up, family?
I mean, you know how long we've been looking for you, man. We've been looking for you for like a year. Where you been, man? I thought, you know what scared me? I thought you got bit by COVID. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Where is Yamin? We never missed him this long. And it was a winning season last time I talked to you. You didn't even, 2019. Did I see you for the Super Bowl year? Man.
Right. That mean Ronbo in the Niner Empire. That mean forgive me. I've been missing for like a whole year.
Yes.
I just been working, staying on my job. Helping out the family.
Well, good for you.
Niner Empire, I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Middle finger to 2020. And it's 2021, 2020 with the N1. Let's get it, Ronbo. I'm ready.
Hey, I tell you, man, it's like last time we talked, we was going into something good, and the next year. We're back after last year's whole roster damn near goes down. We still, actually, when you think about it, wasn't bad. We still won a few games, But now, how do you feel about Sam Darnold?
Listen, this is how I feel, Ronbo. Niner Empire, this is how I feel. Like, I think Kyle and because this is supposed to be our year, for real. Because the Super Bowl is at the LA Spam Stadium, and I mean, I need Kyle and John to get it right. Like, I mean, do we need Sam Darnold? No, but we need to get rid of Tevin Coleman and welcome Frank Gore back home. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't see TC returning though. They make too much of a big deal out of Jeff Wilson Jr. and the rest of the guys, and he sat down. So yeah,
Ronbo, if this is the year that we have a chance to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl at the LA Spam new stadium, because they was talking all that shit. They was talking all that shit when they played New England in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And Ronbo, I believe this our year. Ronbo, I still want Cam Jordan. You know what I mean?
He picks up Cam Jordan.
Because it's 2021 there. Hey, Ronbo, you right, Ronbo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's 2021 there, Ronbo. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if not Ronbo, I think we should try to get Von Miller. You know, like we need another alpha on defense.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
And my fault. Go ahead, Ronbo.
No, Von Miller. That's a dream. Him and Nick Bosa coming off the edges. That's crazy.
Woo! Yeah, hurry.
And y'all mean he likes Javon Kinlaw. He was mad as hell when the 49ers picked up Javon Kinlaw. He wanted Kinlaw in Denver.
Right. Damn. Hey Ronbo, I think we should talk about that tonight and tomorrow. Like, I mean, like we need Von Miller. Like, I mean, like we need to sign Sherm again. Like, I mean, Sherm, we need you, Sherm. And we need Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like Ronbo, I'm going to say this: we need Frank Gore. Fuck Tevin. Excuse me with the customer, Ronbo.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, get Tevin Coleman out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, welcome Frank Gore back home and keep Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got Brandon.
Ayuk.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, salute to the new T.O.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And we could try to get Schuster. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Schuster. Yeah, I mean, who is Schuster?
Yeah, I mean, from Pittsburgh. Juju.
Oh, I forget. You know what's so funny? I've never heard Juju Smith-Schuster. I never thought about his last name is Schuster because all that other name is like so colorful. Juju Smith Schuster.
Hey, Ronbo, he got 3 names, right?
Yes, indeed. All of them are colorful. You know what, though? Schuster, is he out in Pittsburgh? I remember something hearing about that recently. The 49ers could use one more because you remember when Emmanuel Sanders came, all of a sudden the 49ers passing game lit up. Because first of all, we only had a rookie, and we had, of course, we had Kendrick Bourne, but you still need that dynamic one guy that could do anything. And Schuster, wow, I hadn't thought about that.
Right, because Ronbo, like, I mean, like, we right there. Ronbo, we right there.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking my Super Bowl pick right now. Yeah, I mean, at this exact moment, like, I mean, I want to see the Niners and the Raiders. Yeah, I mean,
you still want the Raiders in the Super Bowl?
I mean, the Niners and the Raiders in this year's Super Bowl at the LA Spam Stadium. And I want Russell Wilson to go to the Raiders.
Ooh.
Like,
and he wants to go too.
I mean,
hey, I mean, how about beat the Rams up in their stadium and go to the Super Bowl next year, and in the following year the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas. Go ahead and beat the Raiders in Vegas. That's the dream scenario.
Oh, hold up, Ronbo. We got 2 opportunities.
Here you go.
Cause like, ooh, Niners. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got to go, though, y'all. I mean, and listen, now that you made your way back, and I know you're okay, I feel so much better. I'll be back looking for you on Wednesday.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same here, Ronbo. Yeah, I mean, love you, Ronbo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nine Empire, I love y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? This year got to be all year. And today's message is sign Vi Miller and get rid of Coleman and sign Frank Gore. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Everybody wants Frankie back.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we need Frank. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got it. All right, fam. Let me see you Wednesday. All right? Yeah, I mean, so good to hear from you again. Yes.
Yes, sir, Ronbo. And I salute Niner Empire. Like, I mean, I love y'all. Salute. Right.
Like, yeah, I mean. Oh, God. Yes. That's good to know because I was worried about it. It really was. I saw his name. He said he's going to make his. Last week we saw something on the board. We got Kevin Wong's got some more Kevinisms. We're going to call it Kevinisms. That dude is ruthless today, man. What's up with him? Do any of you know how Mondays with Vish gets 3 times Ronbo streams? And Ronbo's been doing this for 6 years and Vish for 6 months. Hey, let's give a round.
Come on, I mean,
Let's give a round of applause for Fish. That boy is a bad man. Yes, Kev, you go. Keep promoting that dude. Hey, Sam. Wait. Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Santana, man. You know, I'm looking around. I'm thinking that, like, the 49ers do need a backup. And John Lynch has already said, man, I am not going to lose Jimmy, and all of a sudden we can't win. So I'm going to look for, I got to get a backup quarterback, right? So all the quarterbacks are gone now. And the 49ers almost have to keep CJ, or Knicks can't play next year, or they got to draft up and hope to get a guy that can learn quick and back up Jimmy. Otherwise, I really don't know if there's another option. That's why I kind of think Sam Darnold might be on his way to San Francisco. What are you thinking?
Ronbo, I mean, I think I've said it in the past in your show that, you know, if we're going to keep Jimmy, I want an insurance policy, and what better one than Sam Darnold?
You have to.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, a lot of people don't like him and stuff like that, but I mean, he's not expensive. I mean,
not
you
yet.
give up a second round and that's still a good deal for him and former first rounder, and then what I think the salary cap would probably be $2 million just to have him in the roster next year. So
yeah, wait a minute. Sam Darnold's got to get paid more than that. He's a quarterback number 2. I wonder how much Darnold is getting paid. He ain't
I think
cheap.
It's 2. I think
Is that
I think
it?
the cap would be 2. I think so, Ronbo. I think that's what I read.
Oh, maybe.
But
I haven't checked into that.
But and then I mean I also heard what's his name? Bill Belichick wants Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
I
heard about that.
So I mean,
did somebody quote Belichick? I just thought the rumor was some guy says
no. But
it was Plan
A.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that was the case, Ronbo, and let's say Bill call John Lynch, I'd tell John Lynch straight up, just be like, yo, I want a first round pick for Jimmy G. Make it happen. If you really want him that bad, you know what I'm saying? Because
you might as well, because you want him that bad. That's the thing, exactly.
Yeah, the best thing that can come out of that, Ronbo, is like you get the first round pick, because the Patriots, if that's the case, they'd probably trade down and they'd probably give you a later round first. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, and so that's what I would, if the Patriots were to call the 49ers, I'd be like first round pick for Jimmy. We really want him, And then in that case, now you got 2 first rounders, and then now you have option to trade up and get your quarterback that you want. Either be Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, or you know what I'm saying. So I mean, there's a lot we can do, Ronbo, in the draft. So
I mean, hopefully, like I said, then if you think about it, Ronbo, that quarterback room's going to look great. You know, if you have Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, and Jimmy G. I mean,
all the first rounders, right? Darnold.
All first.
Darnold did. I mean, not Darnold, but
no, Jimmy G was Rosen, second. I think Jimmy G was second.
No. I'm not talking about Jimmy. Rosen went in the first round, though, right?
Yeah.
I think so you got Rosen and Darnold. Yeah. That's pretty funny. But this, so, I mean, but Santana, this goes back to what I was talking about with first round quarterbacks. The norm for first round quarterbacks is to fail.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean, Ronbo?
You know, you have a year here and there when the first round quarterbacks come in the NFL and they do well, but the majority of the time, unless you got that year with Mahomes and Jackson, it's just a risky thing to do with a quarterback in the first round. But
I think what it really comes down to, Ronbo, is if the quarterback has to go to the right place, Ronbo.
And then
right quarterback.
I mean, that's true.
Right coach, right team, good team around them, and it's just and have him sit, you know, where there's no pressure for him to perform right away. I mean, it's just a combination of all that makes a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, Ronbo, look at him, and you know he went to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
There's no pressure of starting him right away. He has a good coach. Yeah. He had a good team around him, and he just plugged in, and it was
Alex Smith was like his mentor. You know, that's
exactly.
a secret right there. Teams that are desperate and draft a quarterback in the first round and have to start him, they are destined for fail. But if they can come in and sit behind the starter and take his job, that has a better chance of success than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, and it always comes down to this. You know, a lot of people bash, you know, maybe Rosen and Sam Darnold, but at the end of the day, they both went to a bad team. You know, when they were doing bad. You know, so we can't really see what they're all about until we see them with a good coach, good team around them, good receivers, and then maybe we can judge them off that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, Ronbo. You know, but hopefully, you know, get a little insurance policy.
Yeah.
Behind Jimmy G and I think
they're going to
go, you know?
Are they going to do it? I still don't know what they're going to do. But, All right. Santana, good stuff, man. And we'll see you Wednesday. All right.
We'll see you, man. You have a good one, Ronbo.
You too.
Be safe, brother. All right,
you too, fam. And, Kevin, just because other people disagree with you doesn't mean they're defending me. I think they're speaking for themselves. So don't involve me. Yeah, Jimmy plus the third for Pats, and thanks, Kevin. All right. Anyway, there he is. Fly guy.
Rumble.
Fly guy. Fly guy, we need a backup for Jimmy G, because history says that he may not survive the season. Of course, that may not happen. Chances are 50-50 as usual. But if Jimmy goes down, we need somebody to come in there to keep that machine rolling.
Fly guy. Here we go again.
No, that's why I've got to ask you, Sam Darnold or no?
Here we go again. we need somebody to protect Jimmy G, $20 million. We need a backup for Jimmy G, $7 million.
Hey.
We need somebody to massage Jimmy G's leg.
Yeah, another 3. Hey, where did you get the $7 million? How much is Sam Darnold getting? Santana says he gets $2 million. I think he gets more than that.
Nah, he makes $7 million a year.
Yeah, a first-round quarterback gets paid.
Bonus.
Yeah,
with bonus. And this if we ever get him, we dumb, because if Sam Darnold making that much money, and his 2020 stats, he threw for 2,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Nick Martin played 8 games, 2,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and he making $700,000. So what you rather go with? Somebody who got the highest stats and making $700,000, or somebody who got barely the lower one and making $7 million?
But you know what people are saying? They're saying it's Adam Gase's fault. It's the coach's fault. This is what I get a kick out of. When other other quarterbacks or whomever's giving excuses, but the one you got stinks and it's his fault. So I don't know. Adam Gase does have a record of ruining quarterbacks, though. I mean, quarterbacks do better with other teams. So maybe Fly Guy. He comes and works with Shanahan and Scangarello, and he does better. It is expensive, though, and I thought he got something like that. $7 million's a lot.
Yeah, the money counts, Ronbo. He making $7 million. The money counts. So that's like we couldn't do that to have Jimmy G with him and Trent for that much money for $7 million. A backup quarterback now.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then why we even worrying about a backup quarterback? No other team, KC is not worrying about a backup quarterback. They worrying about their main quarterback.
Hey.
We just focus about who's going to be the main quarterback who's going to take us to the Super Bowl. We don't want to be worrying about who's going to back up Jimmy G.
I just realized KC does have a backup. Who was that guy?
They're not worrying about their backup, though.
Nobody should worry about it. I mean, if you can get a cheap backup, you do. And that's what the 49ers been trying to do. They had CJ and Nick didn't cost any money. So, yeah, they've been working that out, but it didn't work out well.
Okay, since we got the Jimmy G topic up, let me just ask you this question. I've been wanting to ask you. I never have enough time.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is what I wanted to ask you. They just hire you as a head coach for the 49ers.
Okay.
The same team, just like it is, the same team. Everybody's there.
Right.
But the only difference is you have a chance to keep Jimmy G or Russell Wilson. But if you don't go to the playoff, they cut you as a head coach. If you make it to the playoff,
if I make the wrong
decision,
you
get an extension for $15 million a year. So who you gonna ride with, Jimmy G or Russell Wilson?
Wait. What'd you say? What you say? The money too?
If you make the playoff, you get an extension for $15 million a year. Ooh. If you don't make the playoff, you get cut as a head coach.
Oh.
So you have Jimmy G or Russell. Who you gonna ride with?
It's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. You know, in that case,
that's not even a big.
No, it's not. I'll answer that, and I'll answer it honestly. You know why I will go with Russ, and the reason being is Russ has got plenty of experience, of which most of us won't give Jimmy a chance to get. But Russ has already got that experience. He's seen and done it all. Yeah, I'll take Russ.
Okay, see, that's where our 49ers fan is coming from. Give us somebody who's going to win. Let's move on.
The thing is, it's Russell Wilson. It's not. Wait. It's not Russell Wilson that's available, though. And he ain't coming to San Francisco. Watson's not coming to San Francisco.
Listen, if 49ers wanted a elite quarterback, they could have one already. We just don't want it.
Which one?
If we put out the word, your son, we want you. Wilson, we want you. They'll be happy to come to the 49ers. 49ers is a brand name team. Everybody want to play for 49ers.
I mean, Wilson doesn't. He's been happy beating the 49ers every year. He doesn't want to come to San Francisco.
The reason he don't want to play for 49ers is because he don't want to be bossed by Kyle Shanahan, telling him don't scramble to the left, just stay there and throw it. That's why he don't want to play for 49ers, man. But for any quarterback in the NFL right now would play for 49ers because 49ers is a brand name team. It's like Michael Jordan on your feet. Anybody will play for 49ers. If 49ers welcome them in, like, we want you, they'll come. I'm telling you, Ronbo, man.
Actually, you know, you a lot of teams won't let that guy go, though. You know, you got people under contract. They can't just leave. So
but if we wanted somebody real good, we would have had it already. So.
Well, you also got to remember, a lot of teams have to build. You need to get your number one receiver, your quarterback. The best way to go on those situations is you go and draft it, and that way it doesn't pick up any bad habits. You can train them; they're yours. If you get a quarterback from another team, it's really difficult to do, especially a good one. It really is. You either draft him or you don't.
We're not even looking at none of that stuff. Like, we just stuck on that one Jimmy G.
Listen, Fly Guy, here's the thing. If Jimmy G puts in 3 years straight, I think people will get up off him. The boys only had 1 year of football, full year. And with that year, he did very good. That's what I'm saying.
And that 4 year Jimmy G had, listen, that 4 year he had, you always say is Jimmy G took us to the Super Bowl. Jimmy G took us to the Super Bowl.
He had
we
a
had
great team.
The number one pass rush Number one pass rushing defense.
Fly guy, we got to go.
Number one pass defense.
I just want to correct you.
Number one rushing defense.
I agree with Fly guy. I agree with all that. I'll quote you on that. I'm saying he was on the team and part of a winning team. That's all. I didn't say any more than that. He needs more experience.
He was just one of a guy, just an extra guy on the team. That was
Agreed.
He didn't win all the games. Everything was number one. Defense, offense, rushing, passing.
Agreed.
We had all that right.
Agreed. But Fly guy, we gotta go. We're out of time. I'll see you Wednesday.
Okay.
All right, Phil. Have a good night. Yeah, I want to make clear, I never said Jimmy did what he did on his own. And I got to tell you, too, there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that don't carry teams by themselves to championship games. In fact, all of them. There's Kevin Wong again. What do you think about Dr. Seuss? Kevin, I'm trying to be patient with you, but you got a problem, all right? Just stop. All right, take a deep breath. Stop. All right. Let's. Arias, Nana, Mike, forget about it, Mike.
Forget about it, Ronbo. What's going on, Ronbo? How
Mike,
the hell are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome, other than Kevin Wong's getting on my last nerve. But Nana, Mike, I'm delighted to hear from, because this is just your subject. This is about Sam Darnold. I think you said something about Sam before.
Forget about it. Listen, I got to tell you, Ronbo, when I hear these kind of reports, this stuff really makes me question what the hell Shanahan and John Lynch are doing over there, Ronbo. I mean, honestly, I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't see too much of a difference between Sam Darnold and Jimmy G. I look at it as more of a lateral move. You know what I mean, Ronbo? I really don't see the upside of that. If you want Sam friggin' Darnold and just, keep the picks we got and just let's move forward with Jimmy G. If that's what you consider to be an upgrade, I don't know, Ronbo. I really don't.
Actually, looking for a backup, Mike, because Jimmy goes down, we got a problem. So
Oh, so you think that they're gonna try to pull something off for Sam Darnold in the backup role, Ronbo?
Well, that's the reason they were looking at him. We got to have somebody back Jimmy up. CJ, John's already made clear CJ and Nick aren't going to get it, so they got to find somebody to back him up.
I gotta say this, not for nothing, all right, but I gotta be honest with you, right? I hope you and all the other Jimmy G lovers out there are really reading between the friggin' lines, because the fact that we're having these conversations, the fact that Jimmy G is being talked about being more, because here's the thing, I hear what you're saying about backups, right? But when other people are talking about this particular subject, they're saying it as if we were to make a move for someone like Sam Darnold, that we're going to ship Jimmy G probably to New England. And apparently there's been several reports saying that New England is Jimmy G is their plan A for a quarterback. And, you remember, Ronbo, a couple of months ago I was touching on this subject, and I told people if there was anyone that was willing to give us up something good for Jimmy G, it was going to be New England. Now, I mean, look, here's something that I would like to see happen, Ronbo. All right, you staying with me over there?
I'm listening.
Here's something I would like to see. Happen here. All right, if we could really convince the Patriots, get old Robert Kraft all macaroni and cheesy over there about Jimmy G, and we could get him to give us up that first round pick this year for Jimmy G. Because look, I mean, here's the deal, right? You're going to take a first-round pick on a new guy, on a rookie or whatever, and he's not going to be one of the top guys, then it's pretty much a crapshoot anyway, So why not give up a first-round pick? And if there's any team that understands the value of the position and they believe in Jimmy G that much, then I think that there's definitely a possibility that they do that. Now, if they do, then I think we got enough ammunition to go after someone like Deshaun Watson, Ronbo. I really do. Because, if we give them, even if they were to give us a future first rounder for Jimmy G, we could put together that, and we could put together a couple of our own first round futures over there, and I think we can work out a deal with the Texans for Deshaun Watson later on down the road. Now that Dak Prescott's all locked up, and what did he get, Ronbo? Only like 35, 37 million they gave him over there?
40. You got 40, $126 million guarantee. It's Dak got 160 mil, and he got a 75 mil. I think they paid him today.
Oh my goodness! Boy,
see, this is why Jerry Jones should hire a GM.
Oh my goodness! Let me tell you. Oh, listen. I just became more happier to know that the Cowgirls are locked in the whack sack for 4 years for all that money. That's a fantastic.
And now, how do you build around Zach now? It's not like they got $20 million to the edge rusher. They got to pay him. So they really shot themselves in the face.
Well, maybe you know what? Hey, it gives us a friggin' shot. Maybe we could bring Alden back over here, Ronbo.
Yeah, because they definitely can't afford him.
On the opposite side.
Outstanding idea.
I wouldn't mind. Listen, if we could keep him away from the dispensaries out here in California, Ronbo, he'll be all right. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
If we can keep him away, he'll be all right, Ronbo. I think we can work something out.
It'd be hard to do.
I look at the end of the day. Like I said, I told everybody though the writing was on the wall. All right. Clearly, the upper management doesn't believe that Jimmy G is the guy anymore. For whatever reason it may be, I truly believe it's the durability thing, Ronbo. I really do. I think it's the durability. And another thing, too. You know what? Look, I think that Jimmy G didn't make the mental leap that Shanny wanted to see him do after being there for 4 years. I don't think he saw the mental leap. Even this year before he got hurt, it wasn't like he was, the reports weren't saying, oh, he's having a fantastic training camp and all that. No. He was throwing interceptions. He had a freaking day where we threw like 3 of them.
Mike, we didn't have a training camp.
No. I'm talking about the year when we went to the friggin' Super Bowl, Ronbo. I'm talking about last year when we went to the friggin' Super Bowl. When we went to the year we went to the Super Bowl, he wasn't playing fantastic, Ronbo. He didn't, and that was his his third year with the team. He came in mid-season 2 years before, then he came in to start, broke his ACL, then he came in, so that was his third full season, and yet when it came crunch time, Shanahan had to tell him to hand the friggin' ball off so we could win the game.
Mike,
that's what happened.
He just came off the ACL. That was his second
I don't
season.
care what he came off of, Ronbo. He came off the ACL, and he got paid $27 million coming off the ACL.
He didn't play
listen.
but 1 season and a half. Nearly,
I know,
nearly
Ronbo, but whose freaking fault is that? That's why I say, listen,
I'm not saying whose fault it is. And you said he was in his third year.
Durability, clearly, that's going to be. Look, that's going to be the number one concern, Ronbo. But the bottom line is this: he wasn't playing today. He never even got close to what Matt Ryan did in the second year under Shanny's system. Never even got close, Ronbo. I mean, freaking over
Mike,
here, Matt Ryan was
he hasn't played his second season. Mike, he hasn't played his second season yet. You gotta wait for that.
Ronbo, he did play his second season. Look, he tore his ACL. He tore his ACL in his first year as a freaking starter, Ronbo.
Yeah, I know.
But up to that point,
Mike, don't go through the whole history. Get to your point, because I know the history. Go ahead.
No, well, I know that, but I'm saying, listen, that's it. That's the point. That's why they're not all that. That's why they're not all fancy. But look, you gotta be. You can't get all emotionally attached to a guy like
Mike. The only thing I attack is when people start making things up.
Come on.
And I'll object to it. I will. I'll never stop doing that. You said he's in his third year. He's played 1 full year and put together the rest. He may have had. You can put enough games together to call 2. Mike, we're out of time. Let's continue with this argument. I like this one. Mike. Wait. Stephen Hernandez wants to hear you say something. But Stephen, he loves your accent. He says, Ronbo, can you get Niner Mike to say Look at how they massacred my boy.
Hold on, you know what I'm saying? Wow.
Look at how they massacred. Remember when the Godfathers looked at Sonny, and he's looking at him. Sonny's laying there all riddled with bullets, and the Godfather looks at him and says, "Look at how they massacred my boy." That was a high point for me too. He was pissed.
Look how they massacred my boy. Is that what he's talking about? Something like that, Ronbo? Get the hell out of here. Listen, hey, look, I got to tell you, people do funny movie stuff. Listen, Dynamite doesn't do funny movie stuff. But I got to say, hey, and one more thing. You know, someone made a comment on it. There's a guy, my cousin told me about this guy. I think, Ray Jr., whatever I think his way. Is that what it is? Ray Jr. makes a comment. He said, name a team that the rookie quarterback took him to the Super Bowl. And my answer to that is Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is that right?
Before you make smart, Ben
First year?
Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know what? I'd forgotten all about that. Roethlisberger, actually, him and Jimmy G, Jimmy was competing for how many games he won in a row. All right, as a starter.
Rookie quarterback to the Super Bowl and won it. So listen, before you go running off your yip-yap tonight, Mike, do your history because I know it better than most, all right? So forget about it. I'm going to call you back. I'll talk to you Wednesday night, right, Ronbo? Wednesday night?
I've been looking for you, Mike.
Wednesday night.
Yes.
All right, forget about it. You have a good night out there, Ronbo. All the faithful out there, shout out to all of you. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you on Wednesday, all right, Ronbo?
Looking forward. Bye, Mike.
All right.
Tell you, I love that guy, man. I really do. Oh, God. Hey, Krusty. I was wondering what was going on. Krusty. Somebody said Kevin Wong is actually Grant Cohn in disguise. Forget about it, Kevin. Hey, Krusty.
Hey, what's going on?
Krusty, man, and I know, knowing you how I know you, I can pretty much project what you're going to say about having Sam Darnold sit on the bench as the 49ers' backup quarterback. But, Krusty, I got to hear it from you before I can confirm it.
Yeah, Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
No, I think, that draft class of quarterback, which included Josh Rosen, So
and
I think we already got a first-round pick from that draft class. Yeah, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen was part of that one, too.
He may be the best one, though. Josh Allen was in that year? That's right.
Yeah. So, no, not Sam Darnold. I don't like I was never a fan of that guy.
Yeah.
I'm
you know
not a big fan
what? To move away from that matter, though, we do need a backup quarterback. And I'm not sure if Josh Rosen is it. He might be, but it's kind of worrisome that he's went through so many teams already and nobody really appreciated him. But maybe Kyle knows something that we don't know and he can make something out of him. But otherwise, what are we going to do?
Right. That's a good question. Like I said, I think that we should draft a quarterback in like the 4th or 5th round. Something like Jamie Newman or something like that as a backup. Try something like him, or maybe if he's available, getting like a Kellen Mond in like the 2nd or 3rd round.
You like him the best?
But
because I keep looking at Mac Jones and thinking,
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, no. When was the last Alabama quarterback that came out that was any good? Every one of them sits on the freaking bench. A.J. McCarron.
And I don't like him. I just look at him, and the first thing I think when I see him play is, Kyle's going to like him. I really, I'm not sure. I just think Kyle is, he's got to, you have to check boxes with Kyle. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to see Mac Jones drafted. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to draft Mac Jones. Mac Jones is probably going to go in the 1st round anyway, from what it looks like.
Yeah, good point.
And today ain't drafting a QB in the 1st round, so we don't have to worry about that.
What do you think about Justin Fields then? See, a lot of people think Justin Fields is the answer. He's got a big arm.
Let's see. Who's been drafted in the 1st round at Ohio State? Dwayne Haskins. He was a bust.
I know you.
Who else? Cordell Jones was drafted out of Ohio State. I think he plays in the XFL now.
Yuck.
What about one of the freaking quarterback? Well, the one guy that the Texans drafted that was a quarterback for the for the Ohio State, and then he changed to wide receiver because.
Yeah, right. And he was pissed off about that. I remember that.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever happened to the guy? What was it? What was the guy's name that took over after him? Wasn't it like J.T. Barrett or something? Whatever happened to that guy?
They have a
I don't even think he was
history.
drafted.
Yeah. The point is, Ohio State does weird things to quarterbacks. And what made the guy that went to WFT, what made him think that he didn't have to work hard? And they said it took him forever to even learn the playbook? What the hell was that about? That was embarrassing.
Right, but he only had like one season, didn't he? Only one season as a starter for Ohio State in college. He did decent for them, and that's what. The same thing with Justin Fields. He hasn't been how long has he been starting for the Bucs?
Has
it been just a year?
Now I understand why Trent didn't want to draft certain type of players in the first round. He didn't like wide receivers in the first round, and he sure as hell didn't like quarterbacks in the first round. But I understand that Harbaugh and him used to fight over who picked up Kaepernick. But wait, Cap wasn't the first round pick, was he?
No, he was a second round pick.
Yeah, see, that's you got to be careful that first round pick. That's why the 49ers stick to trenches.
Yeah.
Krusty, you just confirmed in my mind. No matter what's happening in the first round, they're going with a lineman, offense or defense.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, I think I've said it every time since we've talked about it. But I think Slater in the first round, we don't get him, then we go D line. With if Quiddy's there, go for him, or if Gregory Russo's there, go for him. And if none of those guys are available, trade back.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody else is worth that spot.
Yeah,
and we can get some more draft capital.
Yeah,
but I still think we should draft a center in the second round too.
Yeah. In fact, I have no problem with the center in the first round. If you ask me, well, I tell you what, because I mean, if we can pick up Mac Jones and get a kid that's really got, he's got huge potential, let him work with Mac. This guy is, what was he, all decade? I mean, this dude is a bad dude. And you get somebody there to work with him, learn some of the things that Mac can rub off on him.
The thing about it is, I don't think there's any centers that are coming out in this year's draft that are worth a first round pick. There's plenty of good ones you can get up in the second round. You got to get a good tackle. And like a lot of people are saying about Slater, yesterday is talking about his arm length and he'd be better at guard or whatnot. But we definitely need somebody at right guard. We don't know what's happening with Trent. We still don't know, so we may not even know by the time the draft comes. They might just draft Slater as a just in case, Yeah. I think that.
It's all going to boil down to it's going to be fun the days ahead of the draft who picks who, because that's when we start fighting. Krusty, let me see you Wednesday. We're out of time. Appreciate you getting in here, fam. You're constant. Love it. All right, fam. Night.
All right. Night.
And Alex says, thanks for fighting for a quarterback, Ronbo. Nothing but haters. We love you. Anthony, Alex, I'm telling you, man, I might as well be the Secret Service. When the haters come, they got to deal with Ronbo. That's going to be the bottom line. And why? In the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin. No, let me not get into that. Thanks, Alex, for that contribution. Oh, wait. Let me get Mike fired up one more time before we go to the video. Mike! Shane Lewis. Maybe I shouldn't mention names. But his cousin's watching. I didn't know Mike had a cousin watching. I'm going to go ahead and say, Shane Lewis says Steelers never made the Super Bowl. They lost in the AFC game to the Pats that year. Apparently. My dog's best friend, Ben, won in his second season, 2006. Mike, don't kill the messenger. I'm just passing the word. It looks like there's still yet to be a rookie to win Super Bowl. Oh! I got to go check it out to confirm before I laugh. They wouldn't make that up, though. Emilio!
What is happening?
Emilio, bruh. Sitting there, second time. The biggest thing the writers have to work on this year, Dak got paid. They took a break off of Jimmy. Little things happen, but Jimmy's always the main headline. Not only in the Bay Area for us, Jimmy's the main headline everywhere. Patriots talking about him in New England on the East Coast. Jimmy G is our number one. What? Feeling. So, Emilio, how do you feel about Sam Darnold?
I mean, he would be a cheaper option. Nothing I could. He's on his rookie contract. I was just listening to Matt Mayock earlier, and he was talking about that because the whole thing with trying to be Sam Darnold and the whole thing with Jimmy, he was like, yeah, it would. He's like, he'd be cheaper. He wasn't sure about it if he had the fifth option or not, but he's like, he'd be a cheaper quarterback to get if we were to get him.
Oh yeah.
And then the whole thing with Mike, I heard that he was wrong, and I already said, we talked about it on the show before.
Oh.
I said, dude, I was like, what? I said, I'm sorry. I said, he has knowledge, but that was horrible. I was like, Ben came close, but no, he didn't win it. No, he came close, but no, he didn't win. Because I remember that. I remember that year because it was my first year in college, and I remember everybody was talking about it. Oh my God, Ben is this hot quarterback and everything.
Emilio, I don't think Mike didn't say he won, did he? I think he just said made it to the Super Bowl.
No, he said he won. He said he won.
Okay, I ain't gonna argue.
He won.
Mikey,
but no, he was wrong. He said he won. No, he's wrong. He didn't even make it to the Super Bowl. It was the second year. I forgot who was the quarterback that year. Got hurt, and then Ben took over.
Yeah. Oh no, Mike. Okay, don't bother him. Michael, come running in.
The next quarterback that was close was Dak, because Romo had got hurt, and Dak had one hell of a season.
Yeah.
But then he made the playoffs and lost. So, no, not a rookie. A rookie hasn't been close to the.
And Dak had the greatest offensive line anybody's ever seen, and he had Zeke. Boy, Zeke was having a year. People talk about Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy wouldn't be no good if he didn't have a good defense and a great running game. Shh, Dak had the table set.
You know what? I told you before. I gave up on this argument. I was like, no, Jimmy didn't do it himself. No, a lot of quarterbacks don't do it on themselves.
None ever.
Tom Brady. You know what? I'm gonna put it to you like this. Tom Brady hasn't won some of his Super Bowls. Vinatieri won some of his Super Bowls. So stop.
Well, the
thing is, field goal and won the Super Bowl.
Tom, at least he had.
Let it go. Not.
He probably had a premier weapon or two. It's hard. Joe used to carry teams, but he also had great weapons too, though.
Well, everybody's had a great team. Not one. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
If you're Breeze and Rodgers, even Wilson, not one of them has won the Super Bowl by themselves.
Right. Wilson.
Even the year with when Wilson, even the whole year with Lynch, what happened? Wilson won a pick and Brady didn't win that. His defense won that. So same thing with the year with Peyton Manning. He didn't win that Super Bowl. His defense won the Super Bowl. So,
but Jimmy needs to win by himself, or he ain't no damn good. Get out of here with that.
I don't care who you are. You're not gonna win the game by yourself. I honestly don't care. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be the all-star of the team, but you're not going to win the game by himself because he's not going to throw it to himself and catch it.
Yeah.
So it
he ain't
doesn't
gonna
matter.
play
Even
defense.
if it's Jimmy or not, he's not going to win the game by himself. I'm sorry. It's a team effort. Either way you put it.
That's why I break out arguing with people when they
52
start
players.
lying.
There's 11 starters on each side. It takes all 11 to win the game. On both. So, yeah.
But Sam Darnold, we're not going to. But Emilio, you know what? It is one thing we do need to be concerned with, though. Nobody has nobody as your backup quarterback. Now, see, the 49ers do need to find somebody to back Jimmy up. And that's just not because they expect him to get hurt. But you just don't have a team without a backup quarterback, period, no matter what. So, I'm wondering what they're going to do about
that's
this.
True. It's the whole thing when we had Joe, we had Steve Young. I can never remember Steve Young's backup. I always forget.
Hey, because he never played.
And then you think.
That's a good question.
And then Alex Smith had Kaepernick, and then it vice versa. Then it flipped. So everybody has to have a decent backup. Even when Aaron Rodgers had that one coach, I forget his name.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
Yeah, but everybody is at least have a servable backup. Just in case they do get hurt.
any given play. That's why I keep trying to
and
tell
then
people.
Brady had 1 point. Yeah, Brady had Castle at 1 point. So they've had all these.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Everybody has to have a backup.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had Jimmy. So we need a backup. That's what we do need, just in case Jimmy gets hurt or if Jimmy's not gonna really pan out.
And like Tony says though, we do have Rosen and Mullins. I don't know, Tony. I don't know if Nick's going to play this year though. It seems like they're going to have to. He's going to have that elbow surgically repaired. But Emilio is going to end up staying with us.
You know what? No, I don't think so. Now that you brought that up, because like I said, I was listening to Matt Mayoka earlier. He said Nick is one of the quarterbacks that might not shoot, that really won't come back because there's somebody's injury, and then we do have Rosen and Josh. So
yeah,
he said CJ's a toss-up. He said CJ's a toss-up. So he doesn't think CJ might come back either.
Yeah, and CJ may not want to come back.
But
we got to go though, fam.
But Mullins is gone.
Yeah, I know.
He's not coming back.
I thought so. Always a pleasure. I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, fam. Looking for you. Have a good night.
Right. And Mike, get your facts straight. I know you want to be top dog, but get your facts straight, buddy. Sorry. It doesn't work.
God, y'all gonna have Mike will be putting hits out tonight.
I give him his props. He be right some of the time, but no. He just wants to bet on his Jimmy thing. But a lot of guys do, hey. Yeah. All right, Ronbo.
That video. Damn, Mike. Tony Nagatani says the Sam Darnold thing reeks of lazy journalism. I know, I read it and knew it was kind of strange, but I thought I'd bring it in. Let's fight about it. Oh, here he is. The Rudy man has arrived, and he says, "Come on, Yaming, get real, Ronbo as my boy. But those last placers, Santa Clara Fools Golders, ain't winning diddly back to last place. You guys go." you got to laugh at Rudyisms, Rudy, thanks for the contribution. Steven!
Yo, Ronbo, how you doing? Man, I cannot thank you enough for getting Niner Mike to say that. That was worth every penny.
Isn't he fun? Mike,
he was great, man.
Mike, I could listen to Mike for like an hour. Dude, you're watching a movie when you're listening to Mike talk,
It's like, you guys are so close. You guys are so close to having like the entire conversation not end in an argument. And it was, I felt it. I felt it in the air. I was like, it's going to happen. But it was a small little argument.
I only got to disagree on certain things. I don't interrupt Mike when he's talking all the way because I love listening to him talk. But if he just goes way over the edge, I got to say something. And then, of course, he gets excited. And that's fun, too. So, But, Steven.
What's this I'm hearing about Sam Darnold, man? This is, okay, so, oh, man. It's kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Sam Darnold is that bad of a QB.
Yeah.
But do I see him fitting our play style?
Yeah.
I don't think so. The Niners are Kyle's offense is very, very different. It's just Jimmy G fits the bill. Josh Rosen, he's a slow learner, but if he can pick it up right away or at least get somewhat close to it, I feel like he'll do great with us too. Now, Sam Darnold, I don't know. It's a kind of, I'm not going to say anything about Niner Mike about the whole, rookie QB thing because last time someone said something about Niner Mike, they got whacked.
Some of these guys are in big trouble.
Yeah. So, I'm going to be real. I think, reality-wise, because I was talking to my friends yesterday, because we usually get together every Sunday to talk football and stuff. I'm sitting next to a Pittsburgh Steeler and a Seattle Seahawks fan. And, I'm sitting pretty. I'm the only Niner fan, right?
Yeah.
I'm the only Niner fan there. And, my team, in my opinion, I think the Niners are sitting a little pretty right now. We have kind of a good situation going for us,
Yep.
With Russell Wilson leaving, if he ends up leaving and going to the Raiders, we'll be sitting real fine because Seahawks won't have no league. but that doesn't fix our dilemma with QB and our offensive line. I think that I have a good feeling that the Niners are probably going to try and get Mac Jones. Not Mac Jones. What's his name?
Justin Fields?
What's his name? No, not Justin Fields. Well, okay, so here's the thing. I popped the question. I said, do you think the 49ers are going to get Justin Fields? They were like, if they trade for him. They would have to do everything in their power. They have to play the most petty game of draft football ever, where they see someone pick up Justin Fields, and then they go for that same exact team's second-round pick and then offer some kind of incentive to go with it. They're thinking – I was thinking the QB situation with Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, and who was it? I think who was in that QB class? Was it Aaron Rodgers? No. The Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, and it was someone else. I forgot who.
Yeah, Rodgers is a little younger than those guys, so it can't be him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Or was it Peyton?
I'd have
Was
to
it
Google.
Eli? I think it was Eli.
Was Eli? Is Eli that old? Yeah, Eli's 40.
Yeah, he's up there.
Man.
But
that was a good class. One of the better ones down through the history of drafts. That's a lot of talent.
Exactly. That was the best QB class that's come out of modern day NFL, man. I couldn't believe it.
And those are going to happen every now and then. But every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
Often.
Once in a
First round?
blue moon, yeah.
And notoriously bad.
I mean,
now.
I think we kind of got a good one.
Yeah.
I think we got a good QB draft class. We got, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence. We've got Trey Lance. We've got Zach Wilson. We have, all those big names like that.
Too soon to say, though. These names, these glamorous names are every year. And then they get to the league.
Of course.
Yeah.
They play with real men, and then they get bodied.
Yeah, They see real hardcore. When you start playing against the best of the best, whatever you're doing in your conference is one thing, but how good was your conference? Does it equal the NFL? Probably not. So now you're going to get really tested. Are you really that good? And the biggest percentage of the first rounders don't cut the bill because they come in, usually they got to start right away, and that's asking too much. It really is. One here and there might be able to handle that. You saw Rosenbaum his first year, and now he looks good. He's one of the few that survived his first year and still looks good. Baker Mayfield, he was okay, and then the next year he got exposed.
Gardner Minshew. That dude is the one QB that got exposed the hardest out of everybody.
Trubisky, another guy. And then then you look at the guy over in San Diego now. San Diego, the Chargers. He's an exception to the rule. You're going to get those here and there now and then. So it's not
Justin
impossible.
Herbert, that guy.
No.
That guy's the truth for the Chargers, man. I can't see him being on any other team other than the Chargers. But what was his name? Oh man, is it Mac Jones, the QB? I think that's his name. I think that's what the 49ers.
Yeah, you think Kyle likes him? Well, I watched him. I said Kyle's going to like that guy.
I have a feeling if we can't get Justin Fields, they're going to go straight for Mac Jones just because he's a really good check down QB. He's really good at that, and I think that's what Kyle wants. He wants someone who's like, when the ball is ready to go, he's just, all right, cool, check down play,
right.
And he's productive that way, and he's active.
You hit it right on the nose. He doesn't want you scrambling and running. Kyle wants you to sit there. The reason he designs plays is he wants them executed. If you're out there running around, you're going to piss him off. That's why they didn't like RG3. They designed a playbook for him, but that wasn't what they wanted to do. That's not Shanahan football. I mean, Stephen, we got to go, though. And let me see you Wednesday.
All right. I'll see you Wednesday, Ronbo.
Looking forward. All right, fam.
Take care, man.
Hey, Shay!
Yo. What's up, Ronbo?
Shay, man, we're it's like Tony Nagatani said, and I know he's telling the truth, too. What we saw of that article is probably lazy journalism. There's nothing to talk about. This is that void in the year when there's not enough subject matter to go around. So you got to find things to talk about.
Yeah.
So Sam Darnold is the last quarterback because we already had every quarterback that was available coming to San Francisco. We're down to Sam Darnold. So, this makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sam Darnold is, again, I think it's almost as, like, it has like some truth to it, just because Salah's over there. They're more than likely going to draft with the third pick. They're most likely going to draft a quarterback, so they wouldn't have 2 rookie contract quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So they would obviously try to get some type of capital for another one. But I'm gonna say this as thoroughly as possible. My homie TNT Trey, shout out to my brother. He said this quote. He said, because I talk fast. A lot of people complain that I talk fast, but I know I do. But I only do it because we have a short amount of time.
You gotta get it all in.
So I'm trying to get as much as I need to say.
Right.
And Trey was like, someone was like, man, this man's spitting like Twista. And Trey was like, well, sometimes when you spit in fire, you got to talk fast so you don't burn your tongue. So I'm going to try to say this. I'm trying to say my point as clearly as possible so people can understand it. So regarding the Jimmy G situation, the 49ers would have to move off of Jimmy Garoppolo immediately right now before free agency. Again, the 49ers would have to move off Jimmy Garoppolo right now before free agency. So that means that with the money you would get from releasing Garoppolo or trading Garoppolo off the books, that $24 million or whatever, because you're still going to have 2.5 dead cap hit, you would use to bolster the roster with free agents. You would build a better roster, right? So, if we have 28 now plus another 24, I mean, you're looking at well over 40, 52, I think, right? 28, 24, right?
Right.
So you're looking at like around 52 mil. Yeah. You would be able to re-sign, you would be able to re-sign Trent. You could possibly go get like a Carl Lawson, Yannick Ngakoue, talent edge rusher. And you could possibly even get Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, Aaron Robinson, these type of wide receivers in this free agency class, all for this rookie, and then draft the rookie at 12 or try to move up and get your guy. That's what you would do if you moved on from Garoppolo before free agency. But it does, like I said, it doesn't make sense for them to move off of Garoppolo during draft day or after free agency, because the money you would have given other players after free agency would already be gone. All these guys will already be signed to different teams. So you would sign a rookie, then cut Garoppolo after free agency. That doesn't make any sense. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Because, again, you're either doing two options. Option A, you get the rookie with a better roster, or you're running it back with Jimmy Garoppolo, and the roster or the players that you lose to free agency, you replace them in the draft with draft capital. You replace them with the draft. If we lose cornerbacks, we're most likely going to draft the first-round cornerback. If we lose, we know D Ford's gone, and we retain some cornerbacks in this free agency market, we're most likely going to go edge. If we, lose Trent, we're most likely going to sign a left tackle. You know what I mean? It's just common sense. I just don't see the 49ers moving on from Jimmy after the free agency, because it's like, well, you're going to lose free agents. So technically you're pretty much saying we're keeping Jimmy. We're going to run it back with him, let him prove to us. And then what we're going to do is get a guy in the later rounds, build him up, have Kyle mentor him, have him sit behind Jimmy for a year. And like I said, if Jimmy has a failing year, then it's going to be the rookie's time. And then they're going to cut Jimmy or move on from him or whatever. And I think that's I wouldn't say that's the best case scenario, but I would say that's the most likely scenario. Because, again, I've said this time and time again, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, they don't take risks. They're very conservative of their approach, and they have a specific way of doing things. We've seen it in the OBJ trade. We've seen it in the Khalil Mack trade. If you don't want to take the offer that they've given, they're not going to keep going back and forth in a bidding war. And that's the same thing why I do think like Trent might be gone. They're not going to fight and go back in a bidding war for these players. If it's time for them to walk, they will let them walk. That's just how they operate. They'll find another alternative somewhere else. They've done this. They've shown us that they've done this. And again, also too, a lot of callers have been saying it. They never go with the flow, I guess you would say. Every time we suspect them to do something, they do the exact opposite. When they took Mike McGlinchey, and I think 2016, when they took Brandon Ayuk, when everybody was talking about, well, it's got to be the three, Ruggs, Judy, CD, you know what I mean? What do they do? Well, no, Ayuk was our guy all along. You know what I mean? They go against the grain, especially when it comes to the media. But again, I mean, Ronbo, it's off season. I mean, this is how people feed their families. They get the clicks, they get the likes. You know, like I said, for Sam Darnold, I just don't see it unless he would be the starter. I don't think they would bring him in as a $7.5 million backup. If anything, you can get a cheaper. You find a backup in the draft. You already got Rosen as number 2. Hopefully, that third or second rounder guy beats out Rosen to be second. And if Jimmy gets hurt, then the guy's ready to play. But again, they're most likely going to, train the kid up, and then the following year we'll see what we have in the QB situation. I think that's the most likely scenario.
Well, see, now there it is. Shea slowed down, so those who had trouble keeping up could keep up.
Right.
Shea, your timing's perfect, too. I'll see you.
Right. All right, Ronbo.
Thursday. And good stuff. Well thought out. I mean, awesome.
Thank you. And shout out to my guys in the chat. You know who they are. And Ronbo, thank you for hosting. Thanks for hosting the show. And thanks for production. See you Wednesday, brother. God bless you.
Looking forward. Have a good night, Shea. Oh, man. And, you know what? I need to take a quick escape. I'll be right back in about 40 seconds. Ah, yes. And where were we? It's Anderson.
What's up now?
Anderson, good to hear from you, fam. I'm sitting here wondering, the media's writing up all kind of things, and we've not heard everything yet that we're going to hear. But Sam Darnold is the only guy left, Anderson, and the media wants us to have him.
Well, I'm like this. Sam Darnold,
yeah,
he ain't all that bad. I mean, you gotta look at who he was playing for, look who his coach was, and look at his line. He ain't had no line.
Yeah.
So if
They
you
did
ain't got
kill
no
him.
line, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. The dude is good. I mean, but I don't think we get him in all of Jimmy all the Jimmy G Haitian stuff, man. Come on, man, with the nonsense, man. The man got us to a Super Bowl. We win with the man. Like Stephen A. Smith even said it himself. Why would you move on from him? Why? After going to Super Bowl, he just had a bad season. Why? And that's crazy. Stephen A. Smith even said the same. So why would everybody else agree to that nonsense? And all that rumor stuff is just something to mess up the continuity of the locker room. That's all it is.
Yep. We're not heard the end of it. If it's all about that pass, Anderson, Jimmy G's, his whole persona changed. Whatever people thought about him before that pass, the ones that just barely liked him immediately went into hate rage. Those who do like him, like myself, I refuse to judge him by one play. I don't care if it was a Super Bowl. It was one play. I need to see more bad play before I decide this guy's no good. So in that game, and also, Anderson, to put that whole Super Bowl loss on Jimmy, he's the only guy that can even be blamed, that is bullshit. That's why I said, you know what?
Yeah, it is.
There was more people involved in that loss than Jimmy. So, this is why I said, get up.
Bill Bill Vinovich is the reason for the loss.
Yeah, him too,
He
refs.
is the whole reason. Bill Vinovich and Chris Jones. Chris Jones remember the helmet to helmet, no call. When he jumped outside, no call.
Yeah, you remember that? Everybody remembers the calls. Threw Jimmy up
I
into the
remember
stands.
everything.
The ref don't say a word.
I remember everything. Cause I just ordered my pizza and I'm watching everything. And when I see a no calls, I'm throwing my pizza out. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, no, you messing up my prediction for the year. And I got to come up all this money. Come on, man.
You know, and Anderson, and did you see what happened in this Super Bowl? No Vinovich.
Oh, man.
And they called every damn call. Everything the Chiefs were doing wrong, they were doing it wrong the year before. They didn't get called on it. Oh, I said, this is outrageous. Outrageous.
Just straight, it's just sitting on us. But I feel, though, you know, like I heard, like y'all mean said, shout out to y'all mean. I've been waiting to hear from you. I do see us going back to the big dance because all we need to do is fix that offensive line. That's all we gotta do. And as far as the defense, I want them 2 cornerbacks out the first round. I can't think of their names.
Surtain.
I want some. Patrick.
Surtain.
Surtain, and it was another one.
Farley. Farley's good. There's probably, Anderson, you know what's going to end up happening. They are probably going to find somebody we didn't even know. You know, you look back at Dre Greenlaw, and you think, you know, the 49ers, they got thousands of scouts at every school, or they just are good at this. Adam Peters.
We found some good ones. Yeah.
You know, so we're going to see.
There's another quarterback, and I can't think of his name. It was Small Wilson. I can't think of the first other team. I seen him playing, and he looked like he's a good fit in his offense. I can't think of what the team he played for. It was Sarwell something. No, that was his last name.
Yeah.
I can't think his name.
The Horn is another guy. This one you're talking about now, you saw the kid that ran the 4.24, right? His name is Shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's. They say he's got good technique too, because a lot of times the guy's really fast like that doesn't necessarily mean he can play that position. They say this kid can, and if that's the case, he can't. Now Tyreek Hill, if he sees this dude walking on the field, he's gonna think, well, I ain't gonna run off and leave him, I guess. So, we guess we got to get down on this and see who's gonna be the man today.
Not this year. Not this year, Tyreek. Not this year. But us going back to the big old dance, you know what I see? I see a master versus student. I see Tom Brady versus Jimmy Garoppolo.
Can you see that? Well, that's NFC Championship game, though. Tom's still in NFC now.
Yes, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing.
It's good. It will be fun.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, tell you what. Anderson, we got to go, though, fam.
In reality, all right, damn.
Good to hear from you, though.
I might be back Wednesday.
I'll be looking for you. I said, don't be hanging out waiting too long, man. Get back here. See you Wednesday, then.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody. Empire going down this our year.
It sure is. It was last year. We'll get it this year. All right, Anderson. Have a good night, fam.
All right. You too.
Thanks, fam. And Tommy Huxley says Rudy is still mad that his team can't beat a practice squad. Rudy, that's why I don't know why you keep talking and putting yourself in position for this. That wasn't even our best. We had guys missing like crazy. Beto!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Beto, man, we're looking at a situation here where there's no more quarterbacks, Bethel. Yeah, the 49ers are not going to pay what it takes to get Sam Darnold. I'm already fully aware of that, but I enjoyed talking about it today just because it's there. And I don't know, we're going to have to trust Josh Rosen. Or Bethel, I got to tell you right now, the other guy, Johnson, is not – I'm betting C.J. Beathard is on this team next year. Bethel, what do you think though? What are we gonna do for backup quarterback? We gotta have one.
Because John, the backup quarterback, we gave him a 1-year deal, and if we did a 1-year deal, why are we gonna go get some draft picks to get another rental? They're not gonna want to, do that. Because
he gets about $7 million too.
And then plus the people that a lot of people want. Watson. If Jimmy would have won the first game, because some stuff happened, he would have had the same wins as Watson.
Yeah.
And the quarterback that people want to get, they're not winning anything.
You can argue. People argue with you about that, Bethel. They'll say, "Well, that's because he doesn't play for Kyle Shanahan, and you don't have the same weapons." Watson's had some dynamic weapons. I like Watson. I think he's dynamic, but let's tell the truth. I'm just asking: would you lie on Jimmy, defend the other guy just because? Bethel, did you see the NFC playoff game last year? Aaron Rodgers made some huge mistakes coming down that stretch, and they lost to the Bucs. You think anybody's going to talk about Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers won 1 Super Bowl. How many years he's been in the league? So this is why I say,
they blame the coach for that.
I know.
Aaron Rodgers said, "Oh, I thought I had another play." I'm all like, even though you had another play, you still should have did the right play.
I know
still called the right play.
Bethel, quarterbacks make mistakes. There's no such thing as a quarterback that never fails. That's why all this heat on Jimmy, it's ridiculous. Because you get another one of these guys in here, he ain't going to come in here and be perfect. So that's what I'm saying. Jimmy G's had 1 full year and a few games. Let me see if Jimmy survives for 2 or 3 years. Then we'll talk. I got a feeling we got something special in that dude.
Yeah, and then another thing is that, they blame Jimmy for certain stuff, but
everything, not certain stuff, everything.
And the thing, and the thing is that Brady did not win that Super Bowl. The defense won that Super Bowl.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for the defense, then they would not won that Super Bowl. Uh-huh. Yeah, if it was a shootout and he did something remarkable and he would have won it, then give the praise to Brady. But it wasn't a shootout.
No, Bethel, Brady is not going to – if Mahomes is rolling, he ain't going to outgun Mahomes. No way. That's why when you say the defense won that game, you're absolutely right. Brady went out there and relaxed. I think he got sacked once, and he just took his time. He had every offensive weapon known to man, and he scored 20 what? See, that's why, I just don't I don't put up with this. Jimmy G sucks, and this guy's great, this guy's great, this guy's great. What did that guy do last week, and what did that guy do last game? Tell me what about that. No, I can't tell you that. Jimmy sucks. Forget about what they did. So that's why I say give me a break on that.
Yeah, and then plus our Super Bowl was more enjoyable to see than this Super Bowl. The only thing that we enjoyed was because Patrick Mahomes was running for his life.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't. He ran back over almost 500 yards.
And his receivers were dropping the ball.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Man, I need to.
People don't blame their receivers for dropping the ball and important. Important games like that. There's a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to catch it, but they don't blame their right receivers.
That's why I've always said, you find me a quarterback that comes out there and never makes a mistake. Yeah, please, let's get him. But this is behind one play.
Yeah, if we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna do some smart stuff, and make it, where, it benefits us, and if it doesn't benefit, then we're not gonna, pull the trigger. If it does, then we'll pull the trigger. So, it depends on what they want to do in the draft, and and see what happens, because if
we got a lot of picks. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in that draft. Yeah, Bethel, we're gonna run out of time here because I gotta go shortly here. But let's see you Wednesday.
All right, good show like always.
Thanks,
and
man.
nice to see y'all.
All right,
you hop on here.
Finally, we get to see him again.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, hit the like for Ronbo Sports.
Thanks,
the best
thanks,
show
Bethel.
ever.
Thanks,
All
man.
right, good night, Ronbo.
Have a good night. Ellis. Ellis, Ellis. Oh, there he is. Ellis, come on in, man.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Ellis, man, you know what's going on tonight, and you can chime right on in. You want to take a shot at Niner Mike that was wrong earlier tonight? I don't know why I like to mess with him, knowing it's like poking a sleeping bear. Poke. Let me get stopped. Okay, I quit. But Ellis, seriously, what's going on? What are you thinking there about Sam Darnold? And we got to get another quarterback. Or is Josh Rosen going to be okay? I mean, we could be wrong.
I feel like Kyle would be taking a major crapshoot trying to get just any quarterback into his franchise. Yeah. And I don't think he's prepared to piss away another season. No, he's only had one winning season. We got to all remember. He did the Brian Hoyer thing. He did all these things with these terrible QBs, and the best QBs had so far, which I love, and I love Cap. He probably shouldn't have got rid of Cap the way that he did. Well, not probably, but that was an up above thing. I think it was out of his control. But I mean, Jimmy has been the best selection thus far since he's been a coach. Can we agree?
Oh yeah, the record shows.
Can we agree in the chat? Can we agree?
Never.
Again,
no. That chat. And Jimmy could go undefeated. They'd still be talking that same crap.
Yeah,
you guys kill me with
but
that.
I'm just saying, who's been better? But look, I'm not now. Mind you, I've been kind of like not pro Jimmy. I've just been tolerating him.
But you've been honest about the whole thing.
And I've tried to be as fair and as hospitable as I can, because I come from a different place, and not everybody played the position before and really has the understanding of what it takes and what really being a quarterback, that responsibility, and then of course all of the other pieces. That's why it's 11 on 11. And not 5 on 5. In basketball, one player can be more dominant on the court. In football, a quarterback is a very important piece, but he's one of 11.
Guard.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's just one of 11, like I said. So it's we need to build a wall for whoever's going to be our quarterback. I loved walls when I was playing because it gave me time to be able to go through my reads and do what I needed to do on the field. But at times you got to be able to make plays and you got to move around, and that was something that I didn't have those issues. But again, Jimmy's coming from a place where he's got injuries, he's got different things that are tying into his situation. I just feel like if Kyle pulls him out and then plugs Sam Darnold in, he's putting all of his faith in the fact that Sam Darnold, whoever he's planning on drafting, and or Josh Rosen and Nick and damn CJ, one of those 5-6 guys are going to be the quarterback next year. I don't think he's going to piss away this season trying to do something so rash in a critical moment like this. So I think he's going to take one more year. But like I said, it's just this he didn't extend. They didn't extend him yet, and they haven't got that cap situated yet. But they don't need to right now. So I think they're just being quiet. They're letting everybody talk. They're letting all of this stuff get all built up, and it's going to be the same damn thing. We're going to keep Jimmy. He's going to restructure. We're going to get that money. We're going to build up the cap. We'll sign Trent, and we're going to get some major pieces, and we're going to hold it down in the draft the best we can. That's like our best case scenario, only unless we can get Deshaun Watson. But I don't want to give up 7 players for Deshaun Watson, 8 players for Deshaun Watson. And everybody else can do that. I'll go with Jimmy for another season. Before I do that, much love to everybody. I don't really, like I said, I don't want I want to evolve in a better Jimmy this year. I don't want the same, but we need a better line for Jimmy, and I think we will see that. We'll see progression in the offense. But I don't want to give up 7 players for Deshaun Watson. So if we can get Deshaun for cheaper, and we can do something more reasonable and more just,
and then you do it. But Deshaun, you can't. Anybody that's planning on getting Deshaun, you really should go draft a quarterback. Texas is serious.
Giving up the house.
He's going to be like Le'Veon.
Got to be somebody else.
It's true, but he's going to be like Le'Veon Bell. Deshaun may not play this year, and if he thinks the Texans are playing, they've already spoke. They can't even go back on what they said.
Right. So we may just need to leave that alone because we have other things that we need to focus on, like trying to, redeem ourselves for this last season because it was, it's a shit show to say the least. And, hence the injuries and things that were, kind of out of control of, for the most part. But, Jimmy not coming back in. I was hearing about that when he had the chance to the last couple games of the season, or was it 2 games or whatever, but he chose not to. But I mean, to heal up and for him not to come in, the season's already where it's at. It's kind of like, okay, let's not keep him in. I mean, hell, Kyle could have very well applied that too and didn't get Debo injured in the Patriots game. But it's like, you can't. He's got to be better at keeping guys out and keeping guys, healthy and making the right decisions in necessary times. There's times where you'd be like, damn, Kyle, why are you underachieving? And then it's like, okay, you're winning, by 3 touchdowns. Take your star players out now.
Yeah, I know.
But he still wants to run up the score. It's like, bro, you're not going to get back all of those. You're not going to get back for all those times where you let people come back and you barely won the damn game. You're blowing them out. Let's just keep. You know what I mean? So Kyle has a part to play, man, in this thing, and I just want us to have I don't want us to be like, well, the Niners got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. They didn't even know what they're doing, and they did this and did that. I just want us to do the right thing, and whatever that is, I hope Kyle and John are really thinking about the risk and the reward of it all, and just really being, strategic with the choices. And I feel like we're going to get a quarterback, but I don't think it's going to be in the first round.
No, it's too big of a risk.
It'll probably be that second round pick.
Yeah.
Because Kellen Mond, he started for 4 years in college, and that I think speaks a lot of volumes. And Chris Sims is doing a lot of promoting and pushing him up, and he very well they say he could go in the top 10, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. But again, if it does, then that shifts a lot of different pieces around. I know Traskins are going to go in the first. But it's just kind of shaky, Ronbo. And the Patriots have the 15th overall pick in the first round this year. They don't just have the second round. Yeah, so I know, they got a little bit of money. They got some money. They got a little bit of stuff to dance this year. So
if anything,
you could see
we'll take some picks that could trade up. Else we're out of time.
Yeah,
good stuff. And as I say, I love the way you always keep you don't bias hate, you don't bias love. Like everybody, there's only 2 camps for Jimmy: the straight up haters and the ones that do like him. There's no in between people. Except for you.
Yeah.
There's a few of you around, but not many,
Yeah,
I may
neutral,
go too far with the love,
I mean?
but the haters go over the goddamn road with that crap. So that's why I'm always on your face. God. Trey's in there talking like,
Ronbo.
oh my God, Trey.
It's hard. It's hard though, Ronbo. You got understand, Ronbo. We need to see it. A lot of us we from the show me state.
It's understandable.
So we just want to see it, but at the same time, there's that other side of the coin. So but as fans, we're going to remain critical. We want to go to the damn bowl. We want that trophy. We want to go. But that's all good, family.
it's always you beat one argument with another. If you come straight, I don't even jump on people that got a good legitimate argument. But when some people just start lying, he can't throw over 5 yards. He's been oh man, keep what? That's why I get started with them folks. So but Ellis,
thank you, brother Ronbo. As always, I know you gotta go.
All right, Phil.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a great night.
Yes, sir. We'll be back. You too, brother Ronbo. And man, look. To clear the air, Grant Cohn does his stuff for clicks. He does his stuff to get the views. And whatever his views and whatever his stuff is right now, it is what it is because of the content he puts out. He's not a fan. He's not an originator. He's not from the Niners culture. He just uses the Niners platform and them being a great franchise and talks a lot of crazy stuff to get the clicks and get the stuff. It's all strategy. Ronbo is a totally different type, and he's an ambassador. You know what I'm saying? He's two totally different. These are two totally different platforms, y'all. So whoever's causing all that, or who's saying Rombo's got less views and all that, man, this Ronbo is a representative of the Niners. He is not. He's about drama and trying to stir stuff up, and he mixes a little bit of sense in here and there, but it's a part of his his strategy as a reporter. So all y'all better leave Ronbo alone and cut all that that clown stuff out, man, because it's disrespectful. And I don't condone none of that, because if we ever seen y'all in public, it'll get real bad for you.
Crazy.
But anyway, brother Ronbo, I love you, my brother.
Thanks,
and y'all make sure y'all keep y'all respect up out here, man, and go Niners for life.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'll see you Wednesday. Trey, I do got to address this before I go, though. Trey, you're mad, as you say, the quarterback we should have got. Jimmy actually outplayed Mahomes into the fourth quarter. They both had 2 INTs, by the way. This is why I say for 49er fans to excuse another quarterback for screwing up, yet condemn Jimmy for the same thing that dude did. See, this is where you and I can't get with that. Jimmy G's my quarterback. I'm a 49er fan first. The other guy over there, if you like him better, but you defend him more, I consider that. That's it, just declaring war with me. That's not right. That's why I'm always going to be that way. I am. You come correct, make a legitimate argument, I ain't got nothing to say. You've seen people come in here and do that. I don't argue. But when somebody says this about this guy, Tom Brady threw 3 INTs in the NFC Championship. In the same quarter. Nobody cares. If Jimmy throws 1 INT, nobody ever forgets it. This is why I defend him. It's wrong. And I will continue to do it. With all the pride in the world. So, I'm going. I'll see you Wednesday if you want to fight some more. Kevin Wong, you don't need to show up. Hey, you know what? I forgot one thing, though. Coach Tim, I always forget this. Coach Tim says, Bill Walsh had Joe Montana for 3 seasons before he clicked and got us to a Super Bowl. Steve Young took even longer when he started for us. Lost 3 times in the playoffs. See? But yet Jimmy G's supposed to be a god and come down and do it right away. Coach Tim said, hey, Coach also, hey, that's it, Ronbo. I'm going to sleep on my last comments as concrete facts, and I don't think we got real fans if they are talking about giving away Kittle either. Anyway, reconvene Wednesday. Yeah.